Alright, it's working. Hey friends, it's going to be kind of noisy for a second, but I'm going to pop you on my head and we're going to get set up for our workout. That said, I'm going to get our screen that shows our remarkable so you can see we're lifting today and we'll get things going. We're going to try to live stream on YouTube first and then TikTok and Twitch as I get that stuff set up. So let me get my screen shared. So I gotta change my scenes for this. Still waking up. Still not fully committed to doing anything that I'm about to do. So at this point, anything's a win. Let's see if I can share my screen. Give me 1 second. I have to accept that on my computer. Yeah, happy Saturday. Tomorrow I get to fly to the US. That'll be fun. So natural life's a little bit crazy getting ready for that, but it is what it is. Alright, so basically we did a 16-week half marathon training program. And 3 days a week we ran, 3 days a week we did strength and what are called moose lifts. And then what I'm working on right now, I'm going to move this here, is I finished the program maybe 30-40 days ago. So what I'm doing right now is reworking through the workouts just to see where I've made progress, whether it's what I can lift. Hey, what's up, Nickel? Welcome, buddy. You still eating souls? You're the souls guy, right? If you're not, that's a very awkward way to start a conversation. There's someone who came in when I was doing like run workouts, and all they talked about was eating souls, which was amusing. Like everyone's got a thing, you know, so I played with it. Can you pick up a car now? Is that what it says? Can you pick up a car? I mean, I own one. You mean like physically lift it? It's going to take me a little bit of time. You gotta be patient with me. So anyway, today's 168 of my personal fitness journey. I can't pick up a car yet. Maybe a very small Mini Cooper. Just throw it on my shoulders. And I'm revisiting these workouts to see if I've made progress. So this is my second time through it. Alright, so let's see if I can find a good motivation of the day to inspire us to not work out. I think I'm going to do my favorite one because it's just how I feel today. See, there's a lot of fitness influencers and they're great. They like go onto these platforms. Yeah, you eat souls. Alright, got it. You can eat mine whenever you get around to it. That you know, they like smile as they do stuff that sucks. Never been able to legitimately smile or enjoy these things, right? So for me, I'd rather just like be snarky and sarcastic with myself. It motivates me by demotivating myself. So today's motivation is you could always quit. ... You don't have to be here. I inspired you to work out? No way. What are you doing, bud? What was like for the first time in a while, or just like when I was working out, you're like, you know, I'll give it a shot. Alright, let me see if I can get the band so I can put you on my head. We got the like get. Oh my gosh, we have to get everything set up. I'm gonna take a nap. That's what our workout is gonna be today, is take a nap. But that is so exciting, Nicole. I appreciate that. Love to hear what you did, how it worked out. If you got a program in mind, or if you just like started moving actively for the first time in a while. And if you want to start training up for a half marathon, I got a program. I can invite you to the beta. It's not done yet, but that would be fun. Let me see. I need to find YouTube on my phone so I can read chat while I'm walking around. Shorts are so distracting. Easily distracting. Yo, I got you on my phone. This is what you look like. Well, it's what I look like. That's what your chat looks like. Yeah, when I saw you working out, I decided to also start. Amazing. So what are your goals? Because that's one of the most important things when you start fitness, is just finding like the right pacing and the right goals for where you're starting. A lot of times people underestimate like what their 0 point is. Give me a second to turn on some lights. So they underestimate their 0 point. So then they set expectations that just aren't realistic. And they get super demotivated when they don't obtain their expectations as quickly as they thought, as easily as they thought. And then what happens from there is I try to get your GoPro. This is your harness. What happens from there is because they don't hit those expectations as quickly as they had hoped, then they drop out, and then they become like the self-fulfilling prophecy. There's like no quick path to anything, whether it's building strength, building core stability, losing weight, or if it is a quick path, it doesn't last. Like, it is very possible, like, to cut weight, but then your lifestyle and the mental side of things don't change. So then you gain the weight. These are a lot of things to talk about in the half marathon training program because it's 16 weeks. 16 weeks is kind of a long haul to do anything. So it gives us plenty of time. Let's see. Let's see if we can get things set up for the day. Gotta move some lunches. Also, my GoPro band did not dry, so it's soggy. Not a fan. But I'm so happy you're inspired, bud. That's amazing. Looks like we got some kid clothes in the way. We're gonna work out right there. Kids are sleeping in there. Well, it's one of the many rooms. Oh, sore. Yesterday I ran a fartlek. That was fun. It's like 2.8 miles. Kicked my butt. I will never quit. And my sister will get me a gym contract at the end of the month. No way. Dude, that's awesome. But like, what's your plan? Did you find like a program online? Like, how do you know what to do at the gym? I mean, part of it starts with like, what's your experience level in these spaces? I can tell I definitely need a nice morning workout today. Or at least a warm up. Anyone like this carrot? Akari made this carrot last night. It's wonderful. I like the googly eyes she glued on. It's a nice touch. But I love your persistence, friend. And you know, as long as you keep eating souls, you should have all the energy you need to carry on in your journey. At least, hopefully. My stepsister will help me get started. Oh, wonderful. So she's on a nice program. She's got her own program. And like, you know, by all means, you can go to the gym and start doing stuff and kind of find your way. And you'll learn over time. But it's also helpful to make sure you have like a good couple week program at least that you could rotate through different blocks of fitness. Because you never want to do like the same thing over and over again the same way. Your body gets used to it and you plateau. Yeah, that's why I like to mix it up. I mean, I do VR, I do running, different lifts on different days and different blocks over different weeks. Like, I always keep mixing it up. You know, and eventually you find something that works for you that you could show up and do every day, even if you don't like it. Which is me right now. Oh, I'm sore. That's very slow. Bend. My 31-year-old body's feeling 58 today. So we gotta do our old man stretches. Gotta get that vitality back. So like, I have all these questions for you, Nickel. So like, Nickel, how do you like get souls, right? Like, do you use a barter system, like for people to trade them? Do you have the ability to just take them from others? Are you some kind of demonic entity? Are you a wizard? I did find a way to exercise, but it's not the good. I just skip a lot of my workouts because I don't have the equipment. Do you got free weights? Because if you got some free weights, even just like 3 to 4 free weights, I could literally give you a training program for your first 4 weeks. It'll have like which lifts you do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or sorry, what lifts you do Monday. You're not lifting on Monday. What lifts you do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then some walking workouts that you can do until you build up to jogging safely. Because again, I don't know like how big you are, if you have any pre-existing health challenges or things like that. But they're all recorded, they're all on YouTube, and I'm organizing them in a Google class. That organization's not complete, but if you got me your email, I could give you access to the beta. So it'd basically be like in a Google class, you'd see all the workouts, and then you just do the workout with me virtually. So like, you know, you could have your AirPods in if you're an iPod user, or an iPad, Apple. I'm not an Apple, so I don't know what they call their things, but like you play me in the background, the workout's 45 minutes to an hour. And when I lift a thing, you grab your free weights and you lift a thing, and you can keep doing it at the gym later. But if you have some free weights at home, all the workouts are functional at home without any equipment besides a couple dumbbells. They have to consent to the soul taking first. And just poof, I have it. Oh, that's fantastic. So you just ask and they get it. You know, consent is very important. So I respect that. That's a major part of your process of soul taking. It's a little reassuring. For a minute I thought maybe you're just taking these things without asking, and that just, it doesn't feel right to me. So nice you have quality control over your process, right? Oh, it is amusing talking with you. All right, let's see if we can get this set up. So this box is gonna give us our, oops. This is what we put TikTok on today. Ooh, one of the most important things I gotta do today, though, a lot of people don't think about these problems, is I gotta thaw some bacon. I gotta make bacon for my wife. It's a very special day. I currently have an empty bucket of paint. Oh, paint is weight. Hey, you know, that's cool because that works as a kettlebell. So when you have the weight farther away from centered on your hands, you're gonna get a different kind of outcome, which is great, actually. So yeah, weighted paint cans would work very well. You could do deadlifts with those too. You got bacon and Canadian bacon. All the bacon today. That's hilarious. Yeah, you gotta start something, you know, pick up a cat. Just toss the cat around. It does the same thing. And I have a workout set up. Okay, very nice. Yeah, like, do whatever works for you, friend. I just like chatting through it, because especially when I hear someone who's enthusiastic, I just want to make sure you're set up for success, even though, like, it's your own independent journey. If you need someone to chat through during the lives or whatever, happy to bounce ideas off with you and talk about what's worked and hasn't worked for me. Let's see. Got our mirror. What's nice when you come early to these live streams is like I can just chat and connect. Once I start lifting, I get a little distracted. Oh wow, you've been very topsy-turvy. That should be better. It's always hard for me to set this thing center in my head. I need a new one, honestly. Let's see, I have an empty bucket of paint, and I have a workout set. My cat is gone after I took it. Oh, you can't... See, this is a problem, though. Like, did the cat consent? Because you talked about how consent is an important part of your soul-taking process, which I respect that. But can you communicate with animals? Maybe we should start there. How do we know that this cat was ready? Because for me, like, I'm not ready to consent to that process yet. Unfortunately, my soul belongs to Jesus. If we want to spiritualize things a little bit. I'm being playful. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's see. So we're going to get our fancy dandy gimbal ready for TikTok. But we start here on YouTube first. I don't understand, meow. There's a video from a movie from my generation called Super Troopers. It's really not that great, but the humor is a little bit low ball in my opinion. There's one scene where like these cops or the Super Troopers, like everything they were saying, they were just adding cat noise to. Yeah. And I'm on my way right meow. I don't even remember the quotes from it. I just remember all these cops talking in meow voices. Can you hear me right meow? Put your hands behind your back right meow. Wait, did you say meow? I don't actually remember what they said, but it's funny. Alright, so we have iPhone. And then we'll do audio. All that's ready, hopefully. And then we're gonna need... It won't hurt, but the first 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm sure, when you're ripping or detaching it from, your main body, you're gonna run into some issues naturally. One would expect, right? One would expect you're gonna have some problems. There we go. So this is gonna let us hook up our camera and all our other fun stuff. You're getting the full production this morning. You're so lucky. You could be anywhere right now and you're gonna watch me wheeze. See, the other thing, my friend Nickel, that you should consider is you got to make sure you find your why for the journey. I know you said you're going to work with your sister. You're not going to quit. I respect that. I believe that. But on your unmotivated days, right, on the days when, you just want to quit and you don't want to be there, like, having that why is also really, really important as you're starting any kind of fitness program. So for me, my why is like, I want to be able to run around with my grandkids, which seems really silly as a 31-year-old, but I've seen a lot of people in my family that are heavier set, heavier builds, tall like me, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", and when they hit 50s, they lost like all mobility. They're wheezing from point A to point B, difficulty walking, and I don't want that. So that's what helps me keep going. It won't. You turn my cat soul into a lamp. Oh, so now you can transfigure souls. That's exciting. How'd you pick that one up? That's, that is a legitimate talent right there, my friend. Have you considered going on America's Got Talent? Actually, I don't even know if you're based in America, but if you are, that would be a great place to start. You could hang out with Howie Mandel. I'm sure he'd be really impressed by that. I think he likes cats. Most people do. I don't. Just not a cat person. I'm deathly allergic, so. Same with dogs. So for me, anytime like I'd have a friend and I'd go and hang out at their house and everything was cool, and then one day without asking my permission, the friend decided to acquire a small fluffy animal, again, without my consent as their friend, right? And I was like, great, we can't be friends anymore. Like, I go hang out at your house for an hour and a half, and I'm wheezing and dying and joking. And I was like, thanks. Yeah, you really make me question if this friendship's worth it. It happened with actually a really close friend group in Cincinnati. Like, they just didn't talk to me about it. And I'm being slightly sarcastic. I don't expect people to get my approval before they acquire an animal. But I got like 2 cats in the same week, and it destroyed me. And like, our kids would go and hang out and play together, and I was like, this is the worst. I just put the soul in a globe and it turned on, so new black bears, okay? Oh, yeah, new black bears gonna be fine. I don't think I'm allergic to bears. What are we doing next, friends? I'm a little bit lost in what I have to do. I gotta get a YouTube green screen open. Oh, my bit rate's a little low. Bummer. Well, that's all she's got today, I guess. We need more bits. I feel like taking you to the aquarium today. Let's find a nice aquarium. And there's 5 people watching, yo. I hope you're doing well. If anyone's new here, welcome. I'm the pretentious engineer. I also do DadBod fitness, so I'm heavier set, and I like to make fitness accessible to people who maybe struggle or are demotivated by the comparison they see online. So that's why we're here. Let's look up aquarium. And all right, now I'm hanging out with Nicole Kruger, who likes to take souls. It's my rug, the small bear. Oh, your rug's a small bear? Oh, that's so cool. That's classic. I love it. Oh, yeah, we got an aquarium live stream. Let's go. We do better than that. I want these fish to be vibrant. That might be too nice. Yeah. Actually, I don't want a live stream. Live streams don't work as well. I just want, like... I just need some fish. There we go. Ocean discovery. This looks promising. Put some dolphins in a bucket. That's what I'm about to do. It's gonna be nice. I die after I tried to put my cat's soul in it. Oh no. Oh, it died. The bear died. Well, you didn't tell me there's a risk of death with your process. That's a little bit demotivating in my personal opinion. I would prefer to live. You know what? Today I'm just going to go with GoPro audio. It's simpler. So I think we're ready to start turning on the other lives. I think we've made it quite far. Pre-workout. Let's go get our pre-workout first. It's always a distraction. And then we start the party. Take my phones and my mics. This is what I'm saying. Do our pre-workout. We'll take a quick bio break because I'm old. My bladder can't hold the way it used to. Oh, I gotta fix my camera. That's what I was gonna do. Dang it. And I have to go get my Streamlab. Do you see how complicated this is? All these steps necessary to work out with you. I'm really sorry to hear about the cat. That's devastating. Alright, gotta go studio mode. Gonna change the scene over to clear camera 2. Gonna go to... Yeah, that's how I want. No switching souls might kill the creatures I'm soul... Okay, so you're trying to do soul switching. That is very sophisticated. Now, do both animals have to consent not only to giving you the soul, but also for their soul to then dwell in another vessel? Or does the initial consent to you to remove the soul imply that you could do with it whatever you desire, like move it around? Because I feel like that's an important detail to navigate, right? Like, if I give you my soul and then you put me into, like, a rat, I'm not going to be super enthusiastic about that. Like, I'm going to feel a little bit duped, all right? So I just want to confirm here that you're thoughtful in maybe the contract that they have to sign with you for this soul swap. Again, these are particulars, but if you're running a viable business, it's something I would consider. You want to cover all of your legal stuff so you don't run into issues, right? Do you have a lawyer? I think that's another thing you might want to start to consider. As you expand your sole operation, you might want them to help you, cross your T's and check your I's, right? Dot your I's and cross your T's. No switching souls. Especially like if you take their soul purely for, like, let's say experimentation, right? Like, do you have the right to do with it what you want in, a desire to advance the world's knowledge on how souls can be taken and moved? Or, like, did you at least have a clause for that? I feel like there's a lot of research that still needs to be done on this. And when you consider, like, medical research, consent is really important. Also, have you like confirmed that there's no risks associated with it? Or what about the side effects of your process? These are the things that would kind of keep me from consenting myself, I would like to know some of these things. Ugh, getting too old. All right, so we come over here. I gotta change my scene again. I just talk to myself. For all I know, like, Nickel was just being goofy on one live stream for like a minute, and now, like, I've made this a thing, and he's like, it's not a thing, dude. Why are we still talking about this? You're making me think way harder than I ever should need to about soul swapping and stuff. So we're gonna drink pre-workout. I'm gonna take a quick bio break, and then we'll turn the live on for Twitch and YouTube. The body dies, but the soul lives. And yes, if they consent, I can do whatever I want with the soul. And lawyers don't have souls. That is like a perfect answer, dude. That is a 10 out of 10 answer. Lawyers are the first ones to lose theirs. You gotta believe in a piece of paper more than common sense and humanity sometimes. If you follow the rule of law, you can't have a soul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 16. Did I hit it? A little bit over. And a little under. There we go. 16 and a half. I'll take it. Lawyers don't have a soul. Oh, I haven't laughed like that in a while. That was good. All right. Sneaky. Time to get our C4 bump for the morning. Sorry. I was saying bump in a harmless way. I realized people do like a bump of cocaine. That's not what I mean by this. It's not really a drug. It just gives me a little caffeine and energy to lift things I don't want to lift. I'm not snorting a line of C4, although I'm sure some idiot on the internet has tried it. Probably Steve-O. I think Steve-O snorted wasabi on Jackass. Idiot. Let's get a double shot for a minute so you can at least see flow of the room. See if that's working. Yeah. Side effects include back pain, allergies to air, death, hearing loss, loss of soul, I die, soul explodes, and loss of teeth. Loss of teeth is a rough one. So what do souls eat? Like, when you separate the soul from the body, do you have to, like, sustain it in some way? One of my better live stream conversations. All right, let's drop the camera. Yeah, that's probably too low. Yeah, it'll work. Bring it up one. I enjoy this bit. It's fun to think more of soul stuff. Excellent. Well, I'm excited.
to have more of these conversations. We have step up, single arm curl press, terrible. Oh, we only did one set of this last time. It must have been in a hurry. Single, so I need 40s. 50s. We did a 50 on hamstring bridge? My God. All right, let's get our bands. Y'all are like, it takes 20 minutes. What the heck? Like, it takes 20 minutes for this guy to work out. Yep. It does. Because I don't want to. And like I said, well, I could do all this on my own. If I bring you into the conversation, it's more fun. I get to talk about souls. They didn't do anything in their own suspended animation. Oh, it's an animation now. That's fun. Walking lunges. So I think we just need single arm row, single glute, single arm, single glute floor press. I kind of want to go up from 50s today. Maybe we'll push for 55. And we'll stay on 40s, the curl press, which is actually kind of aggressive. Oh, we're gonna need our bucket. I'll start by grabbing this 40. Let me sneak under here. I woke up with just enough hip discomfort today, so I just gotta be a little careful. I might have overdid it yesterday on my run. It felt good, but also I just haven't been sleeping well, so I'm not giving myself enough time for recovery. I do feel like I'm learning a lot about the soul, which is important. Roll out this 50. Roll out. I think I am going to use my mic. I'll grab a couple weights I can play around with to make it bigger. Soft. Let's see what we got on chat. Hey friends, there's 4 people here. That's crazy. And if a soul dies, somehow in my care they haunt me. Ooh. That could be problematic, friend. We're about to work out, maybe. That said, I've been setting up for about 25 minutes, so maybe I should just take a nap. We've made it this far. Why go any farther? Oh, that's a great demotivation of the day. I gotta do that next week. We've made it this far. Why go any farther? I love that. I love to demotivate myself because then I'm like, that's ridiculous. And then I do the work. That one's really good. Now, our kids were out late at bingo. There was a bingo event at our school. So hopefully they'll sleep a little bit. We'll see, we'll see. No guarantees here. Almost done with my pink drink. Let me go grab a mic. Oh wow, they can harm you. So in what ways can a soul harm you if it decides to haunt you? Because I think because you have the soul captive, there's nothing it can do to you. Can souls harm you to the point that they can actually escape your captivity and be free again? Or like, can they work to be free, like indentured servitude? I'm gonna use this mic really quick. So this mic should have less latency than the GoPro mic, which is what I'm talking to you through right now. It should sound a little better too. A little bit less echoey. So when I put this on, you'll get double audio for a minute. and then it'll be nice. And what's nice is also sometimes my GoPro loses picture or sound, and when that happens, I'll still be able to talk to you. And you'll be like, what's going on? I can't believe, so you can actually be harmed by these. This is very sophisticated, first of all. So, I'm impressed. Let me turn on my receiver. Got the focus rod. Get this plugged in right here. You're gonna get double audio. It'll be weird for a second. With delays and stuff. Ah! Sorry, that's a quick sound check. Alright, so it looks like I can increase the volume just a little bit. Gain! Hey, Alexa. Yeah, that's probably fine. In every way possible, the soul can't harm me. But the ghost... You stabbed my shin. You got stabbed in the shin? Dude. This is messy business you're in. Alright, let me check this. I love that, stabbed in the shin. She turned me into a newt. I got better. Alright. So I got mic number 1, which is great. I'm going to set my GoPro down just for a second. You can enjoy looking into the living room. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to mute myself. Don't do it. You'll be turned into a newt. A shrubbery. Am I back? Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. Alright, hey GoPro. Go gadget GoPro. Let's see. Alright, we're as close as we can be to working out. In every way possible, the soul can't harm me. Ghost can be stabbed by my shin. Just say the word yes! Wait, are we talking about me giving you my soul? That's not happening. You're gonna have to, like, be in this community for years, okay? Maybe after years of building friendship and trust, I will have openness to it. But I got, well over a decade of friendship and trust with Jesus, so it's gonna be hard to pass my soul on to someone else. Well, we'll see. I'm open-minded. Last thing, we need our green screen bucket. Gives the stream a little magic. And we need our step for our step-up grill press. And then the kids baby Emiko will wake up right now, which means everything will stop again, and we'll progress towards Paw Patrol. Actually, she's big on Gabby's Dollhouse right now, which, you're allowed to have preferences. I'm okay with whatever she wants to watch. I have my own preferences. It's not that. Alright, so let me turn on Twitch and TikTok, and we will be ready to warm up finally. How long have we been live? A while. Yes, you already said yes, your soul's mine. That's not how it works. I didn't sign anything. Okay. Plus, you said, just say the word YES. And you didn't have a question of like, if you say yes, then your soul is mine. All right, let's get our live going so we can work out. So we're going to use these fancy dandy little Rode wireless mics for Twitches or for TikTok's audio, which is fun. I have so many gadgets and gadgmos. Is that the right word? That's not the right word. Let's change this over to remarkable. You have to touch you to take your soul. Well, I'm kind of far away. You're going to have to get on a plane to Japan if you want it. So I feel like that one like lady queen from Lord of the Rings who fights the Nazgul in the ring wraith. And she's like, if you want him, you'll have to fight me. I forgot exactly what she says. But then the ring wraith's like, don't get between a Nazgul and its food. No man should ever get between a Nazgul and its food or whatever. And she's like, I am no man. Slice. It's awesome. Done. It's a long flight, but you got to figure out where I live. There's a lot of process you have to go through. Have you considered the cost of my soul when it comes to effort you have to exert? For anyone new here, because I see there's 5 people on YouTube, welcome. My name's Joe. I'm the Pretentious Engineer. I provide engineering content to the internet, but I also am kind of enthusiastic about fitness and stuff. So I'm a big guy, but I like to make fitness accessible to others. So today I'm going to be working out. You'll be able to see all the lifts I'm going to do. If you're bored and want to get moving, you're welcome to do this with me. Also, I'm working on building a half marathon training program, which will be free so that you can just work out on your own and then hang out on the lives to complain with me. But today we're going to be live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, so I'm getting TikTok set up in my phone right now. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then my buddy Nickel here likes to steal souls, so be careful not to say yes in chat, because apparently that's all you have to say. It's really terrible from a legal perspective. There's a lot of liabilities in this business. Okay, so we'll call this Tokyo DadBod. Get swole. Or swollen. Nah. Get swole Japan. Alright. Set a new cover, take a photo. Let's take a nice selfie. There we go. Like that, just the nose. Poorly lit too. Nice grainy MySpace picture. Big fan. I'm on a plane. Who in chat will give me their soul? Literally no one raises their hand. Alright, so let me pop this in my gimbal. So friends, if anyone's new here, I've been a content creator and a live streamer for about 3 years. I do have a day job. I'm an engineer for Johnson & Johnson based in Japan. So I'm raising 3.5 kids out here, which is a hoot. But in addition to that, I also make content and create a fun space to connect and collaborate. Chat across difference. Let's see. The sun will come out tomorrow. Yeah, it's about 5:54 in the morning, and I'm a little loopy. So we're off to a great start. I got a sore back. All the things, right? Well, I don't need consent. It's just a preference. Well, if it's just a preference, why were you talking about it so much earlier? I mean, I think that's something I admire the most about your process, honestly, is that you actually take the time to get consent before you take a soul. I think that's pretty cool. So I'd encourage you to not drift from that process. All right, so now we need to go over to Twitch on this phone. What the heck? Pew, 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 pew. Let's see. Once I go live here, I'll be live everywhere. Dude, we got 3 people. This is crazy. All these people are out here trying to get healthy and stuff. I love it. Let's turn this sideways. Now I have to make stream info. It's going to be a fun day, friends. We're going to exercise and stuff. There is going to be a lot of booty in the beginning of this. So I just want to warn you. I'm not a thirst trap content creator Whoops. Did I even... What? Edit stream info. Did I even make moose? Alright, yeah, I guess that'll work. I'm definitely not like a thirst trap kind of creator. I just have a large derriere, okay? It's part of the process, and in order to stretch safely, I do a lot with the glute. And, you know, if people want to objectify my body, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just here. Let's see. That's kind of a good... Why is it dropping like that? You raised 3.5. You raised 3.5. How does the half work? Raise 3.5 what? What are we talking about? I need context, friend. Especially if you have some kind of math problem you're trying to throw at me. Let me twist this. People can actually see the math, though. My view. Yeah, I can talk to everybody now. This is great. All right, we're ready to work out. Well, friends, let's warm up. Kids. Oh, 3.5. How does that work? Sorry. Thank you for giving me the context back. Well, we have three on the ground right now doing their own thing. All right. So I am physically raising those. We're going to do our glute opener to start. And then my wife is pregnant with our fourth. So, you know, I feed her and she feeds the child. And that's kind of the overall process. We'll do 15 hip openers while I chat with Nickel. Yeah, so I'm caring for the half child, the halfling, while it's in vitro. And then when it's ex vivo, then I will have 4 kids. Now, you know, when you go to the pro-choice, pro-life side of the debate, is it a full child or not a child at all? It becomes kind of complex, depending on different people's perspectives in the space. I've chosen to count it as half a child. It's definitely en route to be a child. Actually, Bill Burr has a really interesting sketch on like pro-life versus pro-choice. I don't fully agree with his perspective, but he compares it to like making a tray of brownies, which is like really an oversimplification of like, he's like, you know, I don't think you're killing a child, but I don't think you're not killing a child. Like it would have been if you hadn't done what you did. And you compared to like, you know, if I like mixed up a beautiful batch of brownies and I put in the oven and, you know, it was progressing, it was doing its brownie thing, and you came in, opened the oven and just threw it on the ground. And I was like, what the heck did you do? You brownie killer or whatever. And he's like, it wasn't brownies. And he's like, but it would have been if you hadn't done what you did. Like, politically, it's so challenging. I think I tend towards pro-choice, even though I come from a Christian faith background, which is complex to navigate, especially when you look at the social side of things. And it's just a very difficult choice to make for a mother. By definition, though, is it murder of a child? It's very complex. I don't have a good answer in these spaces. And there's a wide range of belief and answers across different global contexts with it as well. But American does have kind of a Puritan culture. Can I have their soul? No, you cannot have my children's souls. In fact, that's like kind of my job to protect. When they're 18 and consenting adults, they can decide where they put their soul. But for now, I am its steward and protector. Glutes. This is good, though. This is a good start to the day. Alright, lift our leg. Hopefully, kids sleep for a bit. And then we can have a fun breakfast stream. Ooh, hip hop there. That's nice. So I try to count on my hands while I chat. It doesn't always work, but I found that if I try to like talk and count out loud, I start just completely missing numbers. But if I'm counting physically just by moving one finger at a time while talking, most of the time I can do it kind of accurately, which is interesting. It looks a little silly. Some people don't even notice that I do it. I think I missed one though. I think I missed the gnarly one. 1 second. If I didn't, I'll notice as soon as I try it. So we have these little kick-ups. I think I missed this guy. Whoo! Bad day. So one thing I'm excited about, it's super windy right now. I love the wind, hearing it. I'm watching storms and stuff. Oh, burning. Alright. Sorry. We're getting stuff moving in our throat, which is nice. Hey, thanks for the likes, friend. Boo, unfair, just one. I want to test something. I want to see if a soul is flammable. I would prefer if you don't test the flammability of my children's souls. Peaches! Yeah, what's up? Who's the Peaches person out here? Hi, the Great! Welcome, friend. Yes, there is a little bit. You gotta work the peaches. It's important. The peaches sustain life, okay? Like, very important. If your hips are off, your back starts to get off, you gotta build up the booty, and it'll build you up. All right. Next we got, oh, I hate these. We have our, I always feel good after I do them. I just don't like doing them because I creak and pop. So we're going to do 3 deadlifts into like a spider roll. So kick the butt back, move forward. So I'm working, kind of recalibrating this movement with a nice peaches squeeze at the top. Then walk it down and out. Go. Do push up. Curl the feet. Upward dog. Do a push up. Curl it down. Pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push it back. Come forward. Grab a leg. Twist it up. Get your hip to pop because you're old. Flip your leg. Twist it the other way. Get your neck to pop because you're old. Get your shoulder to pop. That was new. Bring it back. And then I like to kind of like ragdoll up. Bring everything up. Drop it back again. We're going to do 3 deadlifts. So I have spinal injuries. I got 2 discs that are compressed in my lower back. So they push on my spinal cord, which creates numbness in my right leg. It's called sciatica. It sucks. It used to wake me up with a ton of pain. Sometimes it still gets me, but a lot of what I do with my warm-up and my lifts is to strengthen core and back and stability and posture so that I don't need spinal surgery. That's kind of one of my big whys, is like, how long can I go without having a surgeon cut open my back? I mean, sometimes you need that, but I'd like to avoid it if possible. Can't have my souls. Get your soul to pop into my hand. I don't know if you've seen, this is for Nickel. Nickel, I don't know if you've seen The Princess and the Frog. It's like a Disney movie reimagination, The Princess and the Frog. I think it takes place in New Orleans. It's actually a really nice film. And you remind me a lot of, there's like Mr. Voodoo. I don't even remember what his name is. Maybe it's Mr. Voodoo. But there's one part where he like crosses his hands. He's like, won't you shake a poor sinner's hand? Bum, 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 bum. And he like does all his voodoo stuff. Ooh. There's a lot more full than I thought. I didn't see the bottom of the water. I get those vibes from you sometimes. It's fun. Alright, so we did our... Whoa, no. Almost took out the tortillas. Shake a pulse in his hand. Did I miss any chat? Just checking. There we go. We're good. Nah, people are still rolling through. Yeah. Nothing on Twitch either. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I've seen it a long time ago. You should watch it again. You definitely seem like you're in that space. Alright, let me take a sip of this. We're going to go on to our next stretch. So I think my goal today, out of all the goals I have at a given point, is to just move through this at a natural pace and to enjoy it. My workouts earlier this week have been pretty rushed, which happens from time to time. I'm going to go into lunges while I talk. It's been pretty rushed and a lot going on, a little bit of sleep deprivation, and you know, my kids are going to wake up and need some attention. I'll put on a movie or show for them. But I'm hoping that I can just kind of like enjoy the process. As much as I hate working out, as much as I complain, it'd be nice to just get a good one today and feel good or empowered about it. I got a big trip coming up to the US that I have a lot of anxiety about, a lot of uncertainty. And I'm going to go do the best I can do. But today is about hanging out with family and being present. And it starts with me taking care of myself, getting a good workout. But it's hard. Every day, it is hard to carve out that time to care for myself before I care for others in my family. And fortunately, no matter how early I seem to start, my girls wake up. You know, and then there's an overlap where they want or need care. I want or need care. And it's like, today, particularly if there's overlap, I'm still going to try to stay until the workout the best that I can until it makes sense to move over to a nice breakfast smash. But I want my kids to especially feel like they're talking to me and not the internet today. Because it's their last day with me for a week or so. I want to be special. Alright, I have old man stretch. See if I can have their souls. Ooh, their solars. Sounds Spanish, very fancy. Okay. So, this is a fun one. The OG son. Japanese grandpa. So, hand on hand, open up. Oh, that's one. The hard part, too, for me is I want to open up and stay and pancake out and hold. And actually, it needs to be dynamic for me. Otherwise, I can over-twist and over-mobilize certain things. So, everybody's different. For you, starting your day, easing into it, and sustaining the stretch might be perfectly fine for me. I treat this as a warm-up. So I'm very careful with it. And I just know some of the unique challenges of my body that I've learned over time. Everybody is a little bit different. Oh, we gotta do windmills next, so touch your knee. Spinning around town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Flip it over. Hopefully you're having a nice restful start to your day, or a restful end to it. I'm about to sweat and complain. But I'm going to try to enjoy it. I'm half a fan of the exercises in this program today. 3, 4, 5, oh no. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, now we're going to cross this hand over here. Give it a nice windmill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good progress being made. 7. We only have 3 more warm-ups. 8, 9, 10. Alright. Let's do a couple of these things. Then I'll check chat. Alright. Getting old. It's so much fun. Any chat on TikTok? Nah. I don't even know how to see if there's chat on this one. Nah, it's all good. Alright. LOL. What's up, Sandy Pants? Welcome, friend. We are exercising, trying to find some motivation today. Our demotivation of the day, which is sarcastic and inspires me to continue to suffer, is you could always quit. You don't have to be here. It's my favorite one. Okay, gotta go. The FBI found me. They want their souls back. I gotta have sleep. Have a good day. Hey, Kruger. Appreciate you, bud. Thanks for hanging out for the first 30 minutes or so of this. It was actually really encouraging just to have someone to chat with while I was getting ready to do something uncomfy. All right, I'm going to do my wall tickles next. Tee-hee-hee. So I'll put heels on the wall. TikTok, I see a comment. I'll be right there. I just got to finish 2 stretches on this wall, and I forgot to turn the camera because I'm a derp. I'll just count for you then. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll flip over and do one more thing. You know, it's difficult for me to show up and work out any day, whether it's running, lifting weights. I dread it. Sometimes I don't start on time. Sometimes I don't want to finish. And live streaming's actually been a great and slightly toxic motivator for me. Just to have people that I know are also kind of engaged in my journey, people that want to talk or be encouraged. It helps me show up, so it's always fun connecting. So shout out today for Nick Kruger, who hung out for the first 30 minutes or so of me just getting set up. Let me see if I missed a chat or if it was just a long name. It was a long name. I'm not that important. It's fine. It's fine. All right, we got wrist breakers next. And then there was one. Whew. My back's a little unstable today. We'll see how this works out. All right, let's do our wrist breakers. And we can actually start throwing metal around and maybe get healthy and stuff. Okay, so we're going to get kind of a neutral tilt in the spine, not like a full cat, not fully sunk in, kind of in the middle with your back. I like to pull my wrists towards my knees a little bit uncomfortably. And then you want to lean over them, kind of rock back and forth. And then I go back, but I start from the other side. Rock back and forth. And this is going to stretch your like forearms and your wrists. So I do 3 of those. Flip my hands backwards. All right, and then I kind of push them farther from my body. Sit your booty back. Rock back and forth. Do it the other way, get a nice shoulder dislocation like I do, because I'm hypermobile. Go back again. One last time. And now the fun part. So we're going to flip our hands upside down. Here, I can move my camera so YouTube can see what I'm actually doing here. That should probably be better. Maybe that's too much, I don't know. But then, yeah, and then flip your hands upside down with your wrist pointed away from you, which is going to be really uncomfortable if you're heavier like me. So it took me a while to finally build the back of hand strength. And then we're just going to do kind of like a push-up. And when you straighten at the top of the push-up, you'll feel a really intense stretch. Don't overdo it. But, you know, you can get out there and get it a little bit. Flip your wrists. Flip them again, so your wrists point forward again. And then from here, I like to do 3 cats. That's 2. That's 3. Excellent. Well done, Harry. Just kidding. It's like one of my favorite Dumbledore memes. Well done, Harry. So let's review our workout for today. Then we'll get started. No chat from what I can see, which is fine. Hey, thanks for the like, friend. Who is that? Who's here working out with me? You've made a terrible mistake. It's Obama! Here to encourage you. Well, I appreciate you, Obama Ball. Welcome. My name's Joe. Welcome to the Frenzy of the World as I learn how to raise almost 4 kids in Japan. My wife's expecting, so a couple months out from 4 kids. Today we're doing our strength workout under my sub-brand DadBod. I'm also a pretentious engineer, so if you have any questions about life in Japan, raising children, engineering or working out, let me know. But this is what we're working towards. This is actually last week's workout. So these were our weights and reps, and I'll see if I can beat it. Today I'm going to try to get 2 to 3 reps. So we start with step up arm curl on a little painter step. Thanks, Joey. What's snow like? You want me to describe snow? Well, I mean, snow is a really interesting meteorological, is that how you'd say that? Event in which you have the formation of small ice crystals in clouds, and I think it's the stratosphere. I gotta check my meteorology. It's been a while. Oh, I live in South Alabama. No snow there. Yeah, Alabama's a hoot. I've been through Alabama. I've been through Mobile. There's a really good museum there called the Freedom Center. It's amazing. It like documents just the plight of like slavery. And then there's a museum or a monument for like lynching for like over 4,000 people of color who were lynched. It's just incredibly striking. If you go, sorry, your message got deleted, by the way. You've only seen it once. Yeah, snow's wonderful. It's soft and cold, or it's frigid and hard. We're going to do a 40. So for this exercise, if I go back to, I'm on double shot. I like to do a deadlift first just to kind of show. So I drop back, come up, squeeze my butt, tuck my tailbone, brace my core, and then I'm going to step, lift, curl, press without punching out my light. So maybe I'll move this back just a tiny bit. The reason I have to do the form check for the deadlift and tuck in the tailbone, I have some spine issues. If I just go with a loose core and step and lift this knee, you have like your spines and columns, and then you have a sacrum. Your sacrum kind of nests in the spine. My sacrum can kind of over rotate, and it puts a lot of pressure on my spine, or my spinal cord, which creates pain. So for me, if I have a good core and stability, then I can do it. Let's see. We mobile people get mobile famous for our trees. Oh, you deleted it? Oh, man. You got nothing to hide, man. All right, so I'm going to try a 40, which I know is a little rough. If I start to lose core engagement, then I'll just reduce the reps and then maybe do something lighter next round. Let's see what I can get. So again, I'm going to do a deadlift first. Get squeezed butt, tucked core, find my step, step it, curl it, press it, down, 1, step it, curl it, press it, down, 2, I'm going to keep my foot on here, step it, curl it, press it, down, 2, 40s are pretty rough, step it, curl it, press it, down, 4, halfway, down, 5, down, 6, come on, 7, the stability is really rough on this, there we go, lost it. I was like, this is getting too... Now let me flip my ladder. This one's going to be a hot mess. It always is. And then I'll check chat. Yeah, this one's going to be rough. And this is my weaker arm. It's my left arm. Let's see if we could lift heavy things. Not super excited about it, but hey, we got to try, right? It's all about the effort today. But Obama, I'm so glad you're here, man. Such an honor to hang out with the president. What do you call him, ex-president? How does it work if you were president? You're not actively presiding. I forgot my deadlift. I could already feel no core. Drop it back. Squeeze the glute. Tuck the tailbone. Strong core. Squeeze. Press it. Curl it. Press it. 1. This one's going to be a little challenging. So when you lift this leg and activate your core and then do the press, you start hitting a whole bunch of magic. But in the beginning, you're not ready for this. So this is like the second block of my program. I'm just repeating it and adding more weight and challenge. In the beginning, I just did 2 arm presses with a light weight. And then eventually went to 1 arm presses. Squeeze. Went to 1 arm presses. And then I added the leg raise. Because when you go from 2 arms pressing up, you have symmetry. So you can really focus on isolating the muscle. It's not as big of a deal. When you remove one, it's putting like a load across your core. So you have to work harder to keep everything engaged proper. Let me change scenes. So let me take my notes. So actually we did 40s, 8 reps. So we'll see if we could increase reps now. Yo. All kinds of people are here. This is so fun. So much fun today. Oh crap. I'm going to do a floor press. This is going to suck. Hey, thanks for the likes, friend. Nice to see you, bud. Alright. Let's get to it. So on the next one, we're working lack of stability. So in order to challenge core, I'm actually going to bring it back down to a 40. So let me explain. So prior on this exercise, we did 50s, and it's one-legged. So what you do is you're going to get into like a glute raise. You're going to have only one weight in your hand. You're going to turn on your core, squeeze your butt, your hamstrings, and your core. You're going to lift a leg
and you're going to do a press, and you want to do same arm, same leg. And the reason you do that is the motion is going to want you to do this, and you have to fight it level. But if you're doing too much weight, you're just going to collapse it. So if you want to press up more weight, you could alternate the leg and lift heavy, which is what I did last time. Today, I'm going to try to lift light and see if I can keep it on the same side, which is kind of the true intent of it. So last time I did 50 and collapsed, so I'll try 40 and see how that works out. So it's not just like how strong is your chest, but you're really seeing like chest in combination with core. Can you hold it? And I'm also going to add some bands just because they give me a little bit of resistance, which gives me something to stabilize against. And they kind of make it harder. And I'm at the point where harder is good for me. Whoa, even though I don't like it at all. Alright. Slip this through. Let's see what we can do, friends. Alright, so I'm gonna get back into this pose. One of the things I'll try to do is like roll my shoulder blades down before I press. Grab my weight. Whew, glad I warmed up my wrist. That didn't feel very good. And I'm gonna try to get up into a nice glute. Here's the first hard part. Get the weight up and positioned. Activate core. Kick the leg out. And now try. Whew, super hard. 1, 2. So there's a lot of correction going on. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I had a little bit of collapse. So we might still have to do the leg the other way. Let's try it again. Glute bridge up. Single leg. 1. So it's the return. I'm losing my hips. And it's good because it's finding weak spots in core. 3. Woo. 4. 5. And 6. And it's just a matter of what you want to work. Like, part of me's in the mood to just see how heavy I can press on chest. But also I'm in the mood to do that because I'm weak on the on the core stability, so I don't like it. So because of that, I don't want to do it. Let me take notes. So we adjusted this. We dropped down to 40s. I'll note same leg dash arm. We did red, black band. And we did 6 reps, partial collapse. Because I couldn't hold the form. So if we really want to keep working into that. Oh, I lost my tablet. Give me 1 second to fix that. I'm amazed the kids are still asleep. It's already 6:15. You know what it is? These children lack initiative. My 4-year-old daughter lacks initiative. That's why she ain't up. And I'm going to check Twitch chat in just 1 second once I fix my tablet on YouTube. You know, I gotta start. Oh, you gotta get dressed, love. Nice to see you. Happy morning. Can I have a hug? Kai's sleeping. Do you have to use the potty first, or? Give me 1 second. Yeah, you can come. I'm just checking the cameras. So I want to respect your privacy. And make sure you close the door, but after that we'll get dressed and I'll turn on your favorite show or movie, okay? She's got to close the door. Jeezy Pete's. Gross. That's my 4-year-old who lacks initiative. Let's see if I missed anything in chat. Nah. Everybody's sleeping.
That's okay. Sleepy beans out there on a Saturday morning. What to do with the drunken sailor? But you two, let me fix my tablet. Alright, give me just 1 second, and I'm going to get my daughter dressed, and then we're going to continue the workout. But we're making good progress. We're 2 exercises in. I've made slower progress before, so I'll take it. Let's come over here with this camera. Make sure everything's pointing in one direction. So if she shows up, that means the next one coming. Baby girl. Baby girl always makes an appearance at one point or another. Let's see. Close that. Let me see if I can get... What do we think? Gabby's still house today? Gabby. And possibly we might swing a quick bio break. Oops. I just heard another door from the underside, so this morning's about to get complex. There's always somebody moving. Hi TikTok. Hi Twitch. Hi YouTube. You're all great. All wonderful people. Yo, there's someone extra here on YouTube. Is that the Dusty Dud? Hey Joe. Do you think you're safe from AI? Personally? No. AI knows way too much about me already. Like, if some kind of like Hydra airship controlled by a Hydra wanted to take me out based on my ACT score, political leanings, subscribe channels on YouTube. That way. Tiptoe, guy's sleeping. And then you could pick a show, okay? I'm happy to see you, Kari. Good morning. Take your time, okay? I could totally be taken out. They already have more information than I need, big tech. That said, do I think I'm actually in danger of anything? Absolutely not. Nah, no danger. Now, if you listen to Joe Rogan enough, or Elon Musk, yeah, we're all gonna die. But honestly, I think the world will blow itself up before that happens. Who knows, though? Death comes for us all, right? We just do the best we can. AI, war, pestilence. Really small rocks. Anything can take us out. Oh. It's nice when you're like finally warmed up, 2 exercises in, and all the children are like, but what if we wake up? All right. It's going to be a fun one today. I think baby Ems is coming up the stairs. Let me see. Going to have all the children. We'll see. The AI question's a fun one, though. I meant jobs. Oh, what jobs do you think are safe from AI? I'm sorry, I totally misread you. I was in a hurry. Thank you for clarifying. Sometimes I skip words. What jobs? Baby Emiko woke up, left her room. Oh. Baby Emiko woke up, crossed from her room over to ours at the stairs, and then she chose to cross into our room, which is like go cuddle with sleepy mom instead of come up here. That's a win, at least for now. But now, what jobs are safe? It's complex. I don't know if any jobs are like forever safe, right? Like people are like, oh, if you learn how to like be the person that trains the prompts on what to say, eventually the prompts will just ask themselves the right questions. And you'll start to get into recursive AI logic, like nothing's safe. All right, we have a hamstring bridge. Did this with 50 last time. We did 16 reps. 12 reps with a red band. So we're going to try to do I'm going to bump it to a 60. That's going to suck. Should we do that? Let me check on baby girl really quick. It's a good way to procrastinate. Hey, love. Oh, do you need help with the button? Can I help you?
And I want a blanket for my bed.
Sure. I'll carry it over for you. Go get comfy on the couch, okay? And then you can...
And I also want
Two stuffies?
this one and
Sure. All right, let's get you cozy on the couch, all right? And then you can pick the movie or show. Just be careful with the wires, okay? Let's see. Buddy. Kari. Kari, are you going to come over here? Silly you. You're always so silly. Here, you want to sit over here? This is kind of... Here's your fluffy stuffies. And then once you lay down, I'll get you the blankie.
I want this one on the side.
Yeah, you want it on that side? That's a good side for it, honestly.
Yeah, it's okay.
But no, it's just like asking, like, which jobs are safe from, like, robotics and manufacturing. They used to say, like, anything that has really fine motor skills required or, like, really meticulous tasks, you know, like pulling and bending wire, robots can do all that crap now. I think it'll be the same with AI. It's just a matter of, like, where's the cost efficiency of manual labor versus robotic labor that drifts. So, Kari, is there a specific movie or show you want to watch this morning to relax on a Saturday? Which show?
That's okay.
Oops. I'm a little sore this morning. I can tell I'm kind of challenging myself. Do you like Elon Musk? He's all right. He's a smart guy. I'm not like a fanboy. Like, I watched his interview with Joe Rogan. I watched both of them. Like, I think he's very intelligent in some areas.
I might not hear it.
I know, I'll be kind of quiet, but I am talking to my friends online. But I'm not, again, not like a fanboy of him like some people are. I don't think he's an evil person like some people think. I think he's just a pretty solid business leader. What do you want?
The mystery one.
Oh, you want to let mystery decide?
Ooh, do that one.
Unicorn Academy. Whoa! Dinosaur just turned it on. Terrifying. Alright, we're going to try to sneak another bio break really quick. Because I'm old. Turn these two things off really quick. I'm back. All right, what do we got? Good questions. Elon says college isn't needed anymore if you have a passion to learn, like in physics and engineering and stuff. What do you think? That's a really good question. I'd say the industry's mixed. Like, I'm a big fan of portfolio. Like, if I see someone that has a really strong portfolio of experience of, like, show me projects you've actually created. Like, you went and did your own research and learned how to make stuff. Like, a traditional engineering degree really teaches you how to think and solve problems, but you can learn anything. Like, if you go to MIT courseware, I think is what it's called, like, literally all of the courses and all the content from MIT for basically, like, any normal degree. Let's go double shot. Like, if you want to study electrical and computer science at MIT, you can see all their courses, all the lectures, all the books they read, all the homework assignments, and you can do the whole program for free yourself. The problem is getting a degree that's credentialed from it. Like, they have a partnership with a community college in their area where you can do tuition super cheap and get the credits to, like, transfer. I haven't really looked at it, but then you can get all the knowledge. The problem is, like, the stupid certificate. But because so many people go through college, in some ways the skill sets become saturated and less valuable. It's complicated. And but like at Johnson & Johnson, if you wanted to get a degree or a role as a design engineer making new products, they won't hire you if you're not an engineer. They do transfer some talent at higher level into certain roles, but for other roles, they won't if you're not a credentialed engineer, which I think is actually bogus. Like, there's a lot of people that can come in without a formal engineering degree, be incredibly valuable, but normally they have to come in at, like, a leadership level, like leading a technical team to solve a problem. So that happens a lot with, like, our military hires. They'll have, like, 10 to 20 years of military experience. Like, one of my favorite mentors was a helicopter pilot. He actually, like, flew the president. I think it was Bush or Clinton. I can't remember which one. He was part of that whole entourage. And, like, he got hired in, but he actually had an engineering degree, so he was able to come in as a development engineer and leader. But a lot of his colleagues that were hired by Johnson & Johnson came in as, like, level 1, level 2 managers of engineers. So no formal degree, but pretty crazy work experience. All right, we need a hamstring bridge, both bands. I'm going to try to up it to 60 and see. Let's just see what power I have in my hamstrings today. More power. Right? I keep looking at it like it's not a hamstring bridge. I'm waiting for the exercise to turn into something different. Like, wait, hear me out. What if you're not a hamstring bridge? Oh, that's a 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27.25. Alexa, what's 27.5 kilograms to pounds?
27.5 kilograms is about 60 pounds.
Yeah, all right, so this is 60. So I could get even heavier than this. But I don't want to try to do anything more than that on a hamstring. Now, I did 50s with on my waist for 16 reps or something ludicrous that my son made me do. Today I'm going to try to go heavy with less weight. Heavy with less reps. Just to see what I can do. You never know until you try, right? All right, so we get our band set up. Should be fun. But yeah, the Dusty Dud, you ask a good question. I mean, Dusty Dud, you're the one worried about welding, right? I'm trying to remember. I'm still keeping track of some of the new people in our YouTube community. But, like, you're looking at engineering, but there's certain things you're not interested in doing or nervous about, which is fine. I don't think you need to get an engineering degree, but you need to find an employer willing to hire you without one. they are expensive, right? If you go to like a Big Ten school or something like that. So it's just about what you want and what you're going to do. How do I get up into this? This is too heavy for me to one hand, so I guess we're going to crab walk into it. Oh, no. Alright, so the goal is a hamstring, not a glute. So this is a glute where we would press it up. Oh! Now if we step our heels out, this is like a mix. If we go a little farther, we're going to get in the hamstring money, and I'm going to do pulses and hold. So like up, 2, 3, 4, down. Actually, it's not a pulse. It's just a hold. 2, 3, 4, 2. 3, 2, 3, 4. Brace my core. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. So this helps me run. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. I forgot to change my battery. 9, 2, 3, 4. 10, 2, 3, 4. 10's good. I feel like I skipped a couple numbers though, but I always feel that way. Let me go turn my GoPro back on. Yes, welding, that's me. I will say, dude, the welding thing's a little silly. Welding's fun. I don't know what your fear with it is. Welding's not a bad time. It's something I wish I got to do more. Alright, so we just upped this to 60s. Slow, 10 reps. I'm feeling a little bit of compression on my lower back, so I'm going to be mindful of the next couple things. But let me go get my GoPro turned back on so that you can see what I see. I'm also exercising. Oh, really? Dude, that's amazing. You're going for a little walk, getting fit? I love it. How far are you going to go today? You literally just walking while I talk? That's how it starts, man. Active movement is key. Little by little. So, super happy to hear that. Give me a minute to get my camera turned back on. The battery died and I have to reconnect it to my server. I know the battery was low, that's why it died. Thank you for your cooperation. But yeah, it's actually been exciting to see people drop by the live and be like, hey, I'm starting to exercise. Hey, I'm doing planks with you. Hey, and I'm like, man, if this is encouraging people to exercise and find their best path, like, I am all about that all day. Sorry, I got a burp. Yeah, you talk, I walk. I love it, dude. Let me know how far you go. There's a good app that I use for monitoring distance. Maybe I'll try to make a runner's guide on our blog, or like a fitness guide, so that I'd like to have like one link that I point people to during the live that has like everything. Like if you want to work out with me, if you're looking to get started, like all that kind of stuff. So maybe in the future. You walk, I talk. Or you talk, I walk. I love that. That's amazing. I could talk a lot, so you might get tired. Alright, let me get you on my back. And we'll be all set up. TikTok's a little quiet today. Hi, TikTok. I hope you're doing well. Anyone on here? People just lurking and chilling. 6 people, that's a lot for TikTok. We're working out. Maybe. Twitch is dead. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I've been live on Twitch for 50 minutes, but not live on Twitch. It's my own fault. I pressed the wrong button. So, we just did our hamstring bridges 12 reps. Now we have single arm, single leg row. I did 40 with poor stability last time. Who dat? There a baby coming? Sounds like there's a baby coming. Daddy, let me get you pants. I'll get you pants and a snack, okay? Yep, go to your room. I'll get you pants and a snack. And a diaper. All the things. Let me go do a diaper change. We were just about to lift, but 'tis life. Yeah, go lay in your bed. I'll get you. Yep, go hop in your bed. I'll change your diaper and I'll give you new pants. Ooh. Yeah, your room smells interesting. Why is it so sticky? You lay right here? Lay right here. No. All right. I'm happy to see you. Can I tickle you? No. Okay, I'll just change your diaper then. Wait. Oh. Hey. Hey, no poo-poos. Yay. But we do need a diaper and some pants today. What? Yeah, I think Mama was in her room. Yeah, but Mama was trying to sleep, right? So she might have... Oh, interesting. All right. Do you want to walk upstairs or do you want me to carry you? Carry you or walk? Yeah, I can carry you. We'll go. Hopefully you can be in a good mood today. One never really knows. This workout's getting stretched out. Hey, Miko, can I get you comfy cozy with a blankie? I want to get you a blankie. You can sit next to a Akari. I'll get you a cushion, too. We're watching a new show today. It's got unicorns. Oop, don't knock that over. Oop. Here. No. There you go, Lambs. Come. Unicorns are people. Yeah, they're like friendly.
Like horses. But you know sometimes horses like kick people?
Yeah, sometimes horses do like kick people. I think that's true. Yo, it's Empu. What's up, friend? Hello. Does MIT put all their degree courses online? I'm not sure if they do all of them, but a lot of their advanced engineering degrees, you could literally find any class there. Probably like their intro software classes, probably physics. Like, you could hold down a day job and teach yourself how to be an engineer. The challenge, again, is if you don't get the cert for it, there are certain industries that still won't hire you. If you want to be an entrepreneurial or start working for like a startup, there are other ways to get your foot in your door, but it is kind of limiting. Because businesses will literally hire mechanical engineers. I will say in software dev, there are a lot of people that will do a 6-month cert, year and a half cert in back-end development or like very specialized things, and they can still get jobs. When you get into like overall engineering, like electrical, mechanical, civil, it's a little different. All right, we need single arm, single leg row. We tried to pull 40s. Get a good sweat on. I will do the best I can, Empu. We've been kind of at it for like an hour. Had a slow start getting everything set up. I'm going to see how well I can do on this. So the goal for this one, my stability in my core is a little loose today, which is okay. Normally if you're hitting like, what is it, single arm, single leg. If you're hitting a deadlift, you could pretend you're holding 2 cups of coffee. Am I not on the right view for YouTube? 1 second. You could pretend that you're holding like 2 cups of coffee, right? And then you like just got out of your car. You just shut the car door without spilling the coffee. I heard it on a TikTok from someone at some point. So you like drop back and then you bump the car, right? So for a deadlift, you want to drop back and then squeeze the glute at the top. If you do a single leg deadlift, you would follow your leg, drop back. And it's a lot harder for me to do it on this leg. I have a lot of issues with form. It ends up being more of a lean. But what we're trying to do, which is similar form, is the leg doesn't go as high, at least for me. But I want to kind of be out on one leg, and then I think it'll probably be the outside arm. I'm not extra sure. Maybe I'll do the inside arm. Is you're going to pull a row while holding like in the forward deadlift position. So you get all like the stability mess. Oh my God, someone on TikTok finally said something. Morning! Hey, it's Dudder. Hey, pretentious engineer, how are you? Let's have some examples. That's quite a place in Japan. It is quite a place in Japan. We are very happy and very blessed to live where we live. Johnson & Johnson provides our housing while we're on an international assignment because we have a large family and they have kind of a firm policy on how many rooms you need to have per kid. We have found a very strange 4-bedroom home in central Tokyo. So highly privileged to get to live here the way that we do. Trying to make the most of it while we're here. All right, so I'm going to see if I could pull a 40 with good form. I'm going to do same arm and same leg. And I'm trying to decide if I start at the bottom or the top. Because I can get into it and just grab it from the ground. But I think that'll cause too much of a twist for me. So maybe I'll start just by picking up the weight. Ugh. So I got a nice squeeze at the top. We'll see if this pack becomes a problem. All right, so one of the first things, I'm going to do a deadlift, find my core, squeeze the glute, shift my weight to one side. This is where I have all the problems. Get into a nice lean, get balanced. 1, row it. 2, 3, and if you struggle, just drop the toe. 4, bring it back up. 5, 6, there we go. 7, 8. Oh yeah, that's very hard indeed. I don't like any of those stabilizer things. They're really tricky for me. All right, let's keep rocking. All right, so and again, do kind of a deadlift. Grab this side. Lift it up. This one's going to be very hard for me. My hips will collapse probably on this one because I have sciatica and back injuries that limit me. All right, so I'm going to do a deadlift. Come back up with a squeeze at the top. Try to shift weight, which is already a mess. I might need a chair here. We'll see. Drop it back. Yeah. Fix the over rotation. 1, 2. I'm going to cheat a little bit. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Whew. That one's really hard. But friends, if anyone's curious, like I didn't start here. I'm on day 168. So no one's starting their fitness journey who's overweight with back injuries like me should be starting by pulling 40s in that pose because it'd be really vulnerable for your back. So even with some slight twist I was having, like I still could find form, and then I know the edge of safe. I've had to learn that. It takes time. So be careful. Don't compare. So someone could get a cert in engineering field and be hired from MIT. No. You can get a cert by doing all of MIT's courseware for free, but then you'd have to pay like a community college as you do it to transfer the credits. So MIT might have a intro to circuitry class. And if you went to MIT, that would be like what? $8,000, $9,000 a semester, something crazy. But their community college would offer it for $1,200 or $800. You do all the MIT courseware, you take a test or demonstrate some functioning project, you transfer that credit to the community college that's in partnership with the program, and then you do that enough times and you get the degree. It just doesn't say MIT on the degree, but but you did all of MIT's work. It's just something you have to explain because your resume won't necessarily show it. But in the future, your resume won't matter that much. People are like, what? Your resume won't matter? No. I think the world's going to move towards portfolio over time. So I think it's more important to be able to demonstrate what you know and how you've applied it versus your exact credentials. We have walk-in lunges, 12 reps. How do we want to do this today? Do we want to keep working core instabilities? Because I have a ton of them. Because there's a couple options. If I just do straight lunges and go for form, I can work one thing. If I grab a heavier weight, my form will be all messed up, but I'll be able to kind of work instability of the movement. So I'm kind of torn how I want to approach. Is that Ray? Oh, it's A. What's up, A? Everyone's here. Bro, I'm coming back this week. You've been consistent, mad motivating me. Hey, I love it, dude. You just gotta show up and do the best you can. Let me go the struggle path. Today I'm just trying to enjoy my workout. My girls are watching some new show. So I'm gonna grab a 40. But instead of like two-handed weighted lunges where you have balance, if you do one hand with a lighter weight, you're going to feel, you'll be able to find, like you'll be strong in some areas. And then there'll be one point of the lunge on one side normally where you're like, oh, everything collapses. Why? Because there's no core there. You have to build it. So let me give that a shot. But you know, A and other friends, you all coming here to the live motivates me. So it's mutual, okay? It's really hard for me to show up and do these runs and do these lifts to not lose resolve. So having the community is really cool. Also, when you put your weights away, if you put them away holding them in one hand and go from left to right, you get a lot out of it. Like one thing that can do the same thing as I'm about to do is you just take a weight. Normally it's a kettlebell. You just pass it around your body. Oh, the back's really hard. Can't do the back. I'm just gonna tap and go back. And you'll feel like areas where it's just not working for you. So that's what I'm interested in working with this lunge. So let's see. I'll probably do 10, 5 per side maybe. Try to hold my core. So that side's fine. Let's see how this one. Yeah, when I go left-handed, I'll have issues. You'll see like there's one side. The weight's got to be in one arm. And then when I lunge out on a weaker leg, you'll see it all fall apart. And I don't know which side it is, so we're still waiting. Unless I've gotten better. I think I'm going to do 4 and 4 actually. Go for 8. All right, so now let's see where it falls apart. Switch hands. Find core. That one's okay. I think it's this one. Oh, yeah. Frick. And that's why we mix it. This knee on the left side, the bending side, has an injury. So that, with sciatica on the right, is a perfect storm of sad. And it causes me to splay out this way. Yo, somebody's here on Twitch. Give me a minute. Are you a new friend? Frick. That was very, very hard. Very hard. Let's take some notes. Catch up with comments. Pull up my tablet. Yo, it's King Knock 007. What's up? Fantastic. Welcome, friend. We are working out today. I'm doing an unknown amount of sets. But I did this workout about 112 days ago. So I'm repeating it to be able to measure progress. I'm looking at progress in a couple ways. Like weight lifted, number of reps, ability to move from like fast reps to slow pauses and holds, and then overall stability. So this is actually a great example of like
40s, but I'll write one weight. One weight. We did 10 reps, X1. I'm going to say solid stability. Like there's a couple shaky parts, but way better than the very first time I did it. And that's just how you progress. Oh man, we have Superman. I need a Disney song. Anyone got a Disney song they want me to sing while I do abs? Anyone? Do you think ounces of water per pound is ideal? Gram protein per pound? Ooh, those are good questions. Let me think about it. I speaking of water, I got to go pee really quick. So let me take a mini bio break. It'll take me about, 37 seconds, and I'll come back with an answer. Mute. So first of all, for the protein thing, I'm going to lead off with I don't know. I kind of know how much protein I want to try to take in. Your mom, what's up, buddy? Welcome to Twitch. We're back. Oh my gosh, the girls are being so cute this morning. So for protein, like, I kind of know there's different ways to calculate your macros based on your body weight and goals. There are some people that are trying to bulk. There are some people that are trying to cut. So if you're thin, trying to get bigger, your protein demands are different than if you're big, trying to get thinner, right? There's a relationship there. It's kind of a crude approximation to just say like ounces per weight, but it's probably a simple way that works for some people. So I don't want to discount that that's wrong because I just don't know enough, if that makes sense. Concerning the ounces of water to your body weight, that would mean that I would have to be drinking 300 ounces of water a day, which, is that what it says? An ounce of water per pound of body weight, right? Is that what you said? Yeah, drink an ounce of water per pound of body weight. So I'm 300 pounds. So that would mean, if we look at this bad boy, which is normally what I try to drink a day, I'm not always successful. This is just a gallon. So a gallon is going to be, how many ounces in a gallon? We can convert it. I could do the stoichiometry if I wanted to be a beast, but Alexa, how many ounces are in a gallon?
1 gallon is 128 fluid ounces.
Yeah, okay, so you have, because ounces, and there we go. So 128 ounces. So I'd have to drink 2.5 of these, which is kind of ridiculous. Also, for a friend on Twitch, oh, you can't hear me over here. Let me come over here, your mom. Friend on Twitch, your mom. I will be making U.S. bacon and Canadian bacon, so if I sew them together, that's technically U.K. bacon. Why, there's Salfa. How cute. They are very cute. You hit 3.5 follows yesterday on Twitch. That's crazy, dude. That's amazing. How'd you do that? That's some good growth over time. By the way, friends on Twitch, I won't be able to see any alerts, so if you follow or sub or anything, just let me know. I'm working on learning how to live stream on YouTube, so I haven't mastered the multi yet. All right, we got Superman's next. I'm distracted. Y'all are distracting me. I don't think that counts. I stream most of my games in VR. Beautiful. Do you do short form content too? Like, do you take clips or make anything original for YouTube and TikTok and things? All right. Time for pain. 60 seconds. Superman. He was back, bacon, cooked in the oven, maybe. If you want to watch me play my games, I got you. Hey, no worries. You're hungry? We were about to do Superman, but let me see if I can find you a banana. Nope, no bananas today. Do I have toast? Yeah, you want a piece of toast? Kari, you want a piece of toast? Untoasted? Like just bread? You want peanut butter on your bread? Then you have to go sit at the table. Here, get me a plate and go sit at the table. You can't just be eating peanut butter willy-nilly. Let me get a plate for you. Here, Ems. Let me show you. I'll make you a special movie watching plate. Yeah, come right here. You can watch your show. Put your toast right there. I'll put peanut butter on it. Here's your special table, okay? Don't go on the couch with it. You have to eat at your little table, okay? Do you understand?
Okay.
Here. You can spread it. Go ahead. That's your peanut butter. Don't make messes.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll get you a wet paper towel. You know how long we've been trying to do a Superman? At least 15 minutes. Long enough that my back's like, hey, you're kind of sore. How about we don't do Supermans? Emiko, if you make any messes on your face or hands, here's some paper towel, okay? If you need it. Not right now, later. Alright, we've talked about water. We got chat. Hello! What's up, friend? Welcome. What games do you play? How are you? Welcome, friends. Alright. We're just working out today. I've been procrastinating on Superman, so I'm going to hop in and then we'll chat. Alright. Today's demotivation of the day is you could always quit. You don't have to be here. Which is definitely true. We don't have to be here. But we are. But if you're new, let me know where you're from. Favorite ice cream flavor, unless for some reason you don't like ice cream. Ice cream's a great thing to think about while we work out. It's a perfect pre-workout, actually. All right, Alexa, set a 63-second timer.
1 minute and 2 seconds. Starting
Gives me enough time to get in, get my form right. Oh no. I need a Disney song. Gotta dig a little deeper. Find out what you need. Gotta dig a little deeper. Blue skies and sunshine. I just watched The Princess and the Frog, so it's still a little fresh for me. It's like, hey, darling, you find out what you need? And she's like, yeah, I know exactly what I need, Mama. Mama Voodoo, or whatever her name is. I'm going to work even harder to get my restaurant. Little music grinds to a stop. And the little fireflies like, okay, everybody, let's take it again from the top. Gotta dig a little deeper. Nice little hip knee pop there. Little break for a second. Blue skies and sunshine. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop it. That's one set. I have more, but do I want to do more? That's the real question, friends. Hello, what's up, Sarah? Welcome. We're just working out. You didn't see my message. What message? Yeah, if you want to watch me game. Oh, nice. You are quite good at Fortnite. If you want to watch me play my game, I got you. Hey, yeah. No, that's super kind, friend. Appreciate it. I can't right now because I'm working out. Honestly, though, I don't have a lot of time to watch Twitch, which is a bummer. Do we want to do another rep? Another set? 7:16, yeah. Don't be lame, Joe. Just get it done. Do we want to superset it for the achievement? I'm feeling impatient, so part of me is like, I should just bang it out. But yeah, I don't watch a lot of Twitch because I work full-time in a global leadership role for J&J. I got 3.5 kids because my wife's pregnant, so that's a load. Taking 2 classes for grad school. And then I make content and live stream, so I don't have a lot of room to consume content. Sarah, have you ever...
You ever had someone lay on your stomach and listen to noises? I mean, I think as kids, like, we've all done that at some point to a friend or whatever, right? The stomach gurgle. All right, so we're going to step up, curl press. What I'm going to do is drop the weight to 30s, because I did it at 40s, which was tough. But I'm going to try to stack it, so 8, 8, 8, 8, just to get it done. So try to increase reps, decrease weight, increase my motivation. Could I do it with 40s and struggle? Possibly. But my pre-workout has faded and my motivation has not caught up, so we'll give it the best shot we can. Let's see. Interesting question, Sarah. That's a fun one. The gurgle noises are definitely interesting. All right, let me step right here. One more thing. There's always one more comment somewhere. Let's see. Do you have a noisy belly? Is this leading into one of these weird, like, Bofa questions? Like, hey, do you like Bofa? Someone's like, Bofa what? And then I was a dad, so I was cooking during that. And I fell for the joke. But then I immediately turned it and I was like, yeah, I like Bofa. I like both of these spoons. I like both of these cups. Both of these pancakes, because I was cooking. It's very funny. That's 4. I think 5. So it's big. It's important to keep my core on this. But yes, Sarah, I mean, my belly's probably average. It depends on if I just ate or not. That'll dictate how much activity's going on. I've listened to my wife's belly through an ultrasound. A lot of things going on in there growing a baby. It's fun. That's 8. I'm just, for speed, I'm just going to turn around. Nope, it's very hard without a mirror. Never mind. Very, very hard. So what I'm going to do, I've already done 1 set through all the exercises. This is 2. I'm going to do double sets, back to back. 3. And then I'll check chat across YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch between the double sets, which will give me a little bit of recover. Here's 4. In the beginning, 5. I did heavier weight. Slow, good form. For these double sets, I'm going to drop the weight a little bit and kind of bang it out. I think this feels like about 8. It's either 7 or 8. So I'm going to switch it. Nice. And it's going to put me more on the cardio side of things, cardio strength, which is fine. You can vary your workouts from time to time. 1, but psychologically, it's going to help me get it done, get my 3 sets and move on to something else. 4, 5. But it's cool if you do 40 pounds the first rep. 6, drop down to 30. I feel like I have a lot more control. 7, over the form, which is really helpful because I've had a lot of shoulder instability. So I've been trying to strengthen that region safely. So reducing weight actually makes me feel like I'm getting more out of it safely. 1. But normally you would want to go slower than this, max it. But you could vary stuff and get different results. You could do things slow. You could do things fast. You could do things heavy. You could do things light. Good job spreading it. That one was hard. I think we got 2 more. Struggle bus. Here we go. All right, let's check YouTube. Then Twitch. Then TikTok. I like to make TikTok wait the longest because people have the shortest attention span there. So I'm just training you up a little bit. All right, let's get a remarkable. Yo, we got Axe. Oh, Ace. Ace Carwell. Oh, no. Alexa, what does GYAATT stand for?
Jive is a
Oh, it's a ship name. That's beautiful, Ace. Thanks for calling me a destroyer. I appreciate that. That's a compliment. Destroyers are great ships. I think they're useful for detecting submarines, if I recall. I was going to say, although I'm not a marine biologist, marine biologists aren't really specialists in the military. What's up, friend? We're just working out. Happy you're here. Right now, you got the first person fitness view with our notes citation. No, gat. Gat. What does gat mean? Is this young folk speak? I'm still hip. What's your grad degree in? Hey, for good health, nutrition advice. Alan Roberts, Mark Lane. High intensity health are all on YouTube. Okay, that's exciting. Yeah, I appreciate it. I follow Huberman a lot. Andrew Huberman's helpful. And I Squat University for lifting. What is GAT? Now, let me take my notes. So I did 48 reps. And then for the second set, I did 30s, 8 reps, X2. So now that one's check. It's done. Next one's single arm, single leg glute. We tried to do, what did we do? We did 40s and had a lot of issues. So I'm going to switch my legs up so I can bang it out. Let me check other chat real quick though. I'll change to the two camera view. I'll do Twitch first. Twitch is cool. You followed. You're quite good at Fortnite. Oh, there's more messages I've missed. Remember to find me 5 of them, lowercase. Okay, we'll do. How's it hanging? Isoglemma, welcome. Long time no see. I'm working out. Didn't even notice that it's almost been 2 years since I started following you, but you did cooking streams. I did do cooking streams a long time ago. Time goes super fast. Now we're working on baby number 4, due in February. And we live in Japan, which might be a new development for you because we're in the middle of moving. But welcome, Isoglemma. We're live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, so now I have to catch up with Sarah, who was messaging. Have you ever listened to someone lay on your stomach and listen to the noises? Do you have a noisy belly? Very personal question. I'm here for it. My belly's volume is probably nominal. You should look it up. GAT. I did. I asked Alexa, and she said that it was a military destroyer ship, so I got my answer. We got single leg glute floor presses. I'm going to stick with 40s. I'm going to change my footing so I have a little bit more stability. And I'm going to slow it down. Slow it down or speed it up. I don't know. I don't know who I am anymore. I'm Jason Bourne. All right. Well, if anyone's new here across all the platforms, I'm trying to figure out how to have a conversation across TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time while accomplishing the workout I need to do while raising, at this point, 2 kids. The other 2 are asleep. One isn't asleep in my wife. And then trying to eventually progress to breakfast. So the first time we did this, we did it with 40s. We would get into a bridge, lift out a leg, and push from the same plane, which creates a lot of instability. Because I'm stacking them, I'm going to go opposite, so I have a little bit more stability to work with. It'll be a little bit more doable for me. I think we did 6. With a 40 this way, I should be able to get 8. All right, push it up. I'm going to change legs. Yeah, that's much more doable. 1, 2, but it doesn't work the stability as much. 3, 4, whew, 5, 6, 7, whew, 8. Bring it down, pass it over, load it up, turn on my core, what remains of it, bridge up, leg out. 1, 2, 3. So normally I would advise going slower. 4. I'm in get it done mode. 5, 6, 7, 8. I go on a big trip to the U.S. tomorrow. So I only got 1 day with family. I'd prefer for them to not be watching cartoons too much. I want them to hang out with Dad. 2, 3. Whew. 4, 5, 6, 7. My booty's shaking. The right cheek's like, ah, stop it. Up, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I guess one thing I'm trying to show, friends, is that you don't always have to have a perfect workout. What's wrong? What? What? Oh, after breakfast, you want me to set an alarm for it? No touch, not yours. Ooh, I noticed you didn't listen there. Let me help. Yeah, Andrew Huberman's solid content. He's like a neurologist guy. All right, again, take notes. Caught up on YouTube. So, I'm just going to show you can modify things. And we did 8 reps and still get it done. It doesn't have to be opposite. I'll say op leg X2. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to do what you got to do to get it done sometimes. Hamstring bridges. We did 60s, 10 reps with bands, slow. Savage. I'm going to try it again. That one I'm willing to push up on a little bit. Let's check it. TikTok. Nothing. Twitch. Time goes fast. Okay, caught up. Hey, Kari. No, because people are sleeping and that'll wake them up, right? That'd be scary for some people. So let's not do that. Ew. Gross. Oh my gosh, we're supposed to have an aquarium in there and I forgot to set it up. Friday! How's it going, bud? We're working out, kinda. We're parenting, working out, and also navigating demotivation all at the same time. I'm hanging out with Akari. My son will wake up at some point. It'll be fun. It'll be grand. Ooh, careful, girl. So next we have hamstring raises, which I 100% dread. Akari, if there's any juice on the iPad, you can play with it. Or you can finish your carrot. Nice, yeah, your carrot looks really good this morning. This one's pretty rough. We're going to try to do 60s with 2 bands. Should be madness. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'm just out here trying to not quit. Has your stomach ever growled loud in public? Why is everybody asking questions about my stomach today? The internet's so weird. I mean, sure, I guess I've heard it. Most of the time I keep those sounds to myself, though. It'd just be funny if you're the same person from TikTok. Someone from TikTok's like, has anyone ever laid on your stomach and listened? Do you have a noisy stomach? Like, I don't know. Maybe? What? Alright, so I'm going to try to pick this up. Beautiful, Kari. So we're going to start with a glute raise, and then we're going to walk out to a hamstring. I'm going to scooch over a little bit. Good job, Emmy. Ooh, the crab walk with 60 pounds is different. Don't really like that. Can you put the mic on it? No. Are you just here because I said DadBod? It's a part of my bod you don't need to hear. Okay, it's my bod. I'm not going to provide ASMR belly content. You got to go somewhere else for that. I'm sure there's a channel. But if you check my OnlyFans link, I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So that's a glute. Halfway if we step the feet out. Oh, shoot. I'm not on the right view. I know that Freddie G's interested in the belly, so we might as well Just kidding. All right. Let's start this all over again. So I got to get this 60 pounds on my hips. I'm trying to lay down the best we can without it crushing us. Just kidding. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay. I didn't die.
I bet soon that creepy cat is gonna live in our house. So we're gonna make our own creepy cat to scare that cat away.
Good idea, Kari. All right, so this will be half hamstring, half glute. So now we want to get out to the hamstring zone. We got 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Seems like we didn't have enough time.
I'm glad you like hanging out with Casey. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's back it up. This hamstring's Charlie Harrison. So the first time we would do up, 2, 3, 4, down. 2, 2, 3, 4, down. Yeah, I'd love to hear your question. Why are markers wet? Well, that is a really, really good question, actually. So there's something called capillary action. So a marker has a plastic tube in it filled with kind of like a sponge. And the sponge is made wet with ink, and it pulls the ink towards the little marker tip, which is also porous, but it has kind of a lower porosity than the internal section. So that causes little bits of ink to pull to the surface. And when you press on the surface, the paper also has capillary action that sucks the ink into the paper, and it pulls that wet ink in, and then eventually it dries. So it's all based on different capillary actions. All right, here we go. We got 10 reps, and then I can check chat. Oh. But it'd actually be really interesting to understand the physics more fully. 2, 3, gonna die. Whoops, I'm cheating. That's a glute raise. Gotta start all over. Frick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Well, did we only talk twice? When I put switching on it and look for my finger, I know it's dry.
Uh-huh.
Then we'll do the bottom of it.
Dad, for such a small movement, that is like death. But we're halfway. Over halfway with our workout today, so we'll take it. Do you watch sports? Are you religious? I feel like the more science I learn, the less religious I become. It makes me question things. Hey, there's nothing wrong with questioning things. I mean, there's a scripture from a Christian context called, like, test everything and hold on to what's true. So I really like that verse. And you also have verses like the word of God is good and true, I think, or something like that. It's like you have this kind of circular logic of, like, test everything, see what's good or true, hold on to it. And also this logic of, like, well, everything in this book's true. So it's fun to navigate that through, like, the scientific method and all that. But no, so I come from a faith context. I've gone across different, like, sects of Christianity. I'm a scientist as well. And I think my beliefs have drifted. Like, one area that I'm still working on is navigating the tension between, like, progressive Christianity and conservative Christianity along the lines of LGBTQ, because I don't have a full theological depth or understanding there. Concerning, like, evolution and creationism and all that kind of stuff, like, I'm a little bit more settled and content in my belief system. Concerning Jesus, pretty content in that. But then it's, you know, the other pieces of belief that are interesting to navigate for me. Yeah. Didn't even notice it's been 2 years. Okay, so Twitch is still chill. That's fine. All right, so next we have, are these the deadlift rows? These are dreadful. Can I just skip these? It'd be easier if I just skipped them. Single arm, single leg row. We did 40s, 8 reps times 1. So I'm going to drop to 30s and see if I could back-to-back it. Same kind of thing. Gives me a little bit of a rhythm to work with, which is nice. But very good questions, friend. Alright, so do deadlift, come back up, hold my core, find my balance, lean forward, and it's like the deadlift and now row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, woo, 8. Switch the weight. Now 30 is pretty easy for me to handle. The work's in the stability. This side, I'm already apprehensive about. Again, do a deadlift. Come up nice and clean. Squeeze core. Trying to get into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Slowly fading. Do the same thing. Get into a deadlift. Come back up. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your core. Yeah. Whoops. Look. What do you want me to name your creepy carrot?
Yeah.
It is creepy. I love it. It kind of looks like a Chris. What do you think?
I don't know. So that's why I'm asking you.
I would say Chris. Chris, the creepy carrot.
Gail.
You want a girl name?
Gail.
How about Chrysanda? Chrysanthemum.
No.
Carol?
No.
Susan.
No.
I don't know what to call a carrot. I mean, you could ask people online what they think. Toast monster, you gotta be by your little chair. Don't touch.
What do you want to name my creepy cat?
Help her name this carrot, friends. She's drawing this cute. Careful, Ems. Careful. Go put your...
What did they name it?
I don't know. I'll let you know. It takes them some time to think. All right, kiddos. You're in the danger zone. There's too many of you moving. Deadlift. Bring it up. Nah, I will let you know. Woo! That collapse was imminent. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Let me check if anyone's named your carrot yet. Let's see. YouTube is still undecided. Can you put a mic on? I'm not putting a mic on my belly. Time goes fast, eh? No one has any name suggestions yet for you, love. I'm sorry to hear that. You want me to come up with something? So we drop set to 30s, 8 reps. X1. Form was actually pretty solid. Not perfect. You view the Bible more metaphorical, like talking donkeys and snakes and Jesus walking on water, healing, rubbing dirt in his eyes. Oh, that's a really good question. So one of the challenges is like, whoops. Hey buddy, get dressed and you can pop out, okay? It's a new unicorn show. You like unicorns, bud? There's no camera pointing at you right now. Do you need to use the bathroom first, or can you get dressed? What? I thought it'd be a fun barrier for you to bounce through once you get dressed. Hey, Miko. What's going on over here? All right. But yeah, I mean, I think the question is, how do you look at the Bible in context? So there's two main kind of approaches to what we would call biblical scholarship. And I mean, it applies also to individuals from like a Jewish faith, Muslim faith, anywhere where there's like ancient texts.
First you have what's called, and these are going to be like weird, long Latin words. But I'm actually studying global leadership at a Christian seminary, so like there's a theological aspect of what I'm learning. We have walking lunges. We did this with one weight, and it was dreadful. So we'll start that. Maybe we can talk and lunge while we answer this question. So the first word, you good? All right, let's see what you got. Nice. High five. Happy to see you, bud. All right, I'm going to finish my workout. I only have 3 exercises, so you can just enjoy the show, and then I'm going to make you bacon, okay? Real bacon, not that weird UK and Canadian bacon. The good stuff. So, and sometimes I mix these up. So even as I define these, if you Google it, there's a chance I'm completely inverted. But the 2 words are correct. The meaning I switch up all the time. So we're going to grab because we're shortening or doubling the reps, I'm going to do a 30 instead of a 40. So get the work in. So the first word is, I'm going to say, it's hermeneutics. It starts with an H. It's kind of weird. Basically, what hermeneutics means, it's going to be 2, is understanding the kind of literary writing that was written and what it meant to the original people it was written to. The other word is exegesis, but again, the first word might be exegesis if I have my definitions flipped. I'm like thinking about asking Alexa, but it's fine. So what that basically means is when you look at any scripture, so a great example is like the book of Hebrews. Hebrews is a New Testament book. We actually don't know the author of it. A lot of people think it's the Apostle Paul, but there's debate. And it was written as a letter of encouragement to a small church of believers, the majority of which were coming from a Hebrew or Jewish faith background and tradition who had learned about Jesus and decided, that Jesus guy sounds kind of cool. We want to follow them. But they came under intense persecution, which means people were killing them for their faith. And the letter's original intent was to speak encouragement to that group of believers. That's the first set. I have a second one. Was to speak a letter of encouragement to those original believers. Sorry, I'm on the wrong camera view. So what hermeneutics would say is you have to understand the context that a part of the Bible is written to the people that initially read it or heard it. And if you take the words to mean something different than the original intent, you can't do that. That said, that rule can't always be perfectly followed, and we even see later church. What? Just use words. Then climb down and go on the couch. If she's bothering you, just leave. But then the second word, exegesis, is basically like knowing what the Bible or that word meant to the initial audience, whether it's like the group of Israelites trying to follow God or early Christians, like in the book of Hebrews. Knowing that, what can we apply to our current context, cultural faith context of today? Because some things are the same, some things are different. Like it was a very patriarchal society back then. It still is today, but in different ways. That varies from country to country. So when there are scriptures about, for instance, women in leadership, and whether or not they can be in leadership, do we take those literally? Do we take those metaphorically? And you look across different church traditions and see there's actually a big mix in understanding on where women can be a part of leadership, to what extent. The collapse. Can a woman pastor a church? Can a woman preach? These are questions that different faith backgrounds struggle with based on how metaphorically or figuratively or literally they read the Bible. Did Jesus literally heal people with dirt and spit in their eyes, right? So it depends on how you approach the original intent of the scripture.
on whether or not you apply it linearly or figuratively. And there's even debate among different scholars, church leaders, lay people like me, on if a church's read of it literally was right or wrong. You know, did God talk to one of the prophets through a donkey? Did Jonah really get swallowed by a whale and survive? That kind of stuff. And I got Supermans back to back, 120 seconds. Sounds terrible. So the short answer is it depends on the style of the writing, the original intended audience, and then, in some part, faith. Our faith on whether or not God literally made the world in 6 days, or whether he gradually made it over, 6 God days. Stuff like that, right? So the Dusty Bud, you're asking really interesting questions that I don't have complete answers to. They're just areas where I'm learning. For instance, actually right now I'm studying Muslim faith. Alexa, set a 63-minute timer. Oops, that's the wrong request anyway. That would kill me. 63 minutes, I'd be dead. Alexa, set a 60-second timer. So, I'm studying Muslim studies right now. And actually, one of the books I've been struggling to work through because it's really challenging goes through hermeneutics and exegesis of Islamic beliefs. And there's a lot of commonalities between Christian beliefs and a lot of differences between both. So it's really interesting to see which scriptures they take literally. Uh-oh. What do you need help with, Emiko? Do you need help getting down? All right, can you wait there for 1 second? Oh, it's technically a couple more seconds than that. We gotta get to 60 seconds. Not fun. Not fun. But I will come get you once the timer goes off, okay? Oh. It's always fun talking about theology. And flying. Alexa, stop. You need help, Emiko, or can you do it? Do you want me to help you down? Yes? Here, let me move your table so you can watch the show, okay? Can I pick you up? You want to do it? Okay. Oh, did one of them pop off? All right, go use your little table for your toast. Woo! Yeah, that looked a little painful. You okay? Stub your toe? Here's your little table. Sorry you slipped, babes. Be careful with the glue, love. All right. We only have one more Superman and we're done, besides Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf comes for us all. What? You'll see. Well, actually, only YouTube will see. But he's real. He's out there, superstar maniac Shia LaBeouf. I like learning about comparative religions. Yeah, it's really interesting. Which parts are social, which parts are learned over time. Hey, Kai, today I'm going to make pancakes and bacon for you, okay? Epic daddy breakfast. That is a great stretch right now on my shoulders. Let me drop my camera too. Let's see. Should be a little better for the Superman. Get some of the struggle bus going. But yeah, Dusty Dud, I appreciate your questions. I try to answer them in a way that's inclusive to people from different faith backgrounds because I don't want this to be like a Christian channel. I'm a Christian in these spaces, but happy to dialogue with anyone of various mixes of belief, questioning, doubt, again, any faith context. Alexa, set a 60-second timer. Alexa, set a 60-second timer. Alright, let's get it. It's just a minute. But yeah, Dusty, I think you were asking good questions. And I think the more... Oh, no. Oh, no. Was not planning for that. at all. I'm like bracing my core and she doesn't. Oh no. Oh my god.
Hey, Gil, let's jump on him.
Be nice. Here. Oh my gosh. Alexa, save me. Oh. Ooh, the legs are the worst. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Saved you. Alexa, stop. Yeah, you guys got me. Good job. Good work. Strong work. I'm defeated. What? Ow, no biting. No biting. Alright. No. No eating, Daddy. Alright, Daddy's gotta get up. Ow, Kari. No. Kari, you're not allowed to bite, though. This is X2. And 60 seconds. I'm supposed to do a plank progression next for 2 minutes with these little monsters climbing on me. Yeah. Careful with Ems, okay? She's smaller than you. And her balance is definitely not as good. Alright, let's just do the last thing, which will suck. Is that DadBod? Careful, Kari. Careful. So we're supposed to do a plank progression, so I'll see if I can hold plank with the whole carnival on my back. 1 second. Working on it. Working on getting up. Careful, Ems. Kari, you can't push her. She can get very hurt. Do you understand? I'm not getting up. I'm just holding a plank, okay? That's all this is. Oh, you like the church you go to? That's fun. Oh, I'm gonna go to my knees. I like the community with nice people. I also like astrophysics. Evolution. I feel like I'm not. No, Elf. She's sleeping. Go get her. She's downstairs. It's time for her to wake up. Well, then go watch the unicorns. I'm not your bench. I didn't even click the right button. Yes. I just can't believe it, how they do. Well, I think, Dusty, that it's totally okay to be part of a community you don't 100% believe in. Okay, guys, you gotta get off for a second. Kari and Emiko, climb off. Kari, listen. Climb off, please. Yes, I'm defeated. Climb off, please. Kari, can you listen? Thank you. Alright. No. No more. Sure. Kari. No, please. I know, you haven't had much attention. I get it. I want to try to do this myself. Okay, not on here, okay? You can break this. You're too big. And you're not allowed to touch it like I told you. Your switch wasn't charged. Alright. Really, bro? Am I your bro? Downward dog. I got some plank in there, I think. They got me on the Supermans anyway. You're so goofy. Alright, Kari. Good work today. Really?
Hey, Emmy, I saw
No. Emmy, no. No glue in the bowl. No glue in the bowl. No, we don't glue bowls. All done with the glue. Yeah, I know. Oh, bummer. Good work, friends. At least we've earned the applause of Shia LaBeouf during today's workout. Kari. Being attacked. Hey, don't hurt me. These girls need attention, which is fine. Alright, we're going to kill a couple things. We'll keep YouTube live. But we're going to kill Twitch first and foremost. Love you, Twitch.
I really need a box.
Well, not that one, because there's stuff in it that doesn't belong to you.
How about let's
No, we're not going to do that because it's not yours. Emiko, no. Stop playing with glue, please. Don't do it. Leave it alone. It's messy. Leave it alone. It's messy. No. Go watch the ponies while Daddy cleans up for your sanity and mine. Alright, well, at least we got the applause of Shia LaBeouf, so let's change our scenes, our audio source, so I can take off some of these mics. Alright, so let's go to scenes. We're gonna go to single shot. Where's my single shot? Beautiful. Audio mixer, we're gonna turn this on. Double. Audio mixer, we're gonna turn this on. Double. Turn this off. Alright. Take this off. And we'll work on killing TikTok next, which is fun. But thanks for hanging out, y'all. Bye, TikTok. It's been fun, but I'm just gonna hang out with YouTube now for the bonus stream for breakfast. Oh, you got any good engagement on TikTok? All right. But yeah, the Dusty Bud, I think there's always areas where I struggle to fully conform to or believe every aspect of what I heard in church. And that's actually one of the areas I struggle with. Like, if I ever went in a full-time ministry as a pastor, like, I just don't agree with everything. And I think in some ways, the way that church structures are set up, there's not room to not agree because you have this perception of truth. And the reason I say perception of truth is, like, does anybody ever fully find it? As an engineer, I think you're always seeking for it. So when you have certain scriptures that say, you know, certain things are always true, I'm like, always. Like, a good example I struggle with, and again, I say struggle because, you know, I struggle, there's still kind of a mystery of God, right? And there's still room to navigate kind of personal doubt and let God bring you into faith in certain things. Again, if you're interested in the spaces. Like, I struggle with the idea that God's always good. It's okay, Kai. Just get up and move. They don't understand. Like for instance, if you look at Exodus is really cool. And like you have Moses leading the people, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like, let my people go, that whole scene. All that noise. Well, if we go through the argument that God's always good, I like the idea of like, well, is God good if you're Pharaoh? And it's not to like seed doubt. It's just to kind of look at it honestly. Like, it says that multiple times Pharaoh didn't want to let the people go. I think we believe that. And again, this gets into literal versus figurative read. Hey, Kari, don't do that. That makes her sad. So tell her sorry. Emiko, do you need help putting your sock back on? Yeah, because you probably want warm feet, right? There you go, love. And I actually got to change the battery on this. But like,
Pharaoh, like, legitimately, where Pharaoh relented, where he was like, you know, all right, yeah, people can go. And then it would say God hardened his heart. You know, in that space. So then God physically hardens his heart. So it's like, if God can harden your heart towards sin, how can we have free will? How is that good, right? Are we all pawns? Like, you can go down all those crazy thought circles, which I like that tension biblically. Kind of the spaces of not fully knowing, I think, are actually healthy to navigate. Even though for many they're anxiety producing, including myself, honestly. It's like, is it true? Is it you know, like, you just get into like some of those weird spaces. And I've been in that tension for a while, but I don't think it means throw it all out. It means like continue to study, continue to seek, continue to hold on to what you think is true. And friends, I'm not trying to like Christian soapbox. I'm just kind of going through some of my own personal faith challenges. Now, if you don't come from any form of historical Christian context, like, some of that might not make sense, which is totally fine. I'm just kind of speaking more directly to our good friend, the Dusty Bud, about how I work through these things. But I think the problem is, like, sometimes certain church institutions of a certain denomination or understanding will try to get their entire group to conform into a very uniform belief set. And there's not room for doubt, questioning, shifts in understanding, because they have to preach from a posture of truth on all topics. And I like to look at, like, well, where are there areas of difference in perspective? And let's just soak in that. Like, because that's super uncomfy, which I think is important to be in that space of discomfort biblically, if that makes sense. So, loose thoughts from Joe may or may not be helpful to you on your own personal journey as we clean up from our workout, but that is the journey that I am on. You know, for instance, my wife navigated the same journey, and for her that was kind of like enough for her to be like, I think I'm out. We would call that like deconstructionism. Like, she's like, I think I'm kind of out of these like Jesus circles for a while. I was like, dude, totally respect that. You know, I'm like, I'm still loosely in, but it's hard. That's where I'm at. I'm in, but there's a couple spaces of, oh, I don't know. And I think, to be honest about that's not a bad thing. It's just, it's life. There are areas in our life that we're never going to fully grasp. And that makes people very uncomfortable. I think, especially people in the church that are supposed to have a full roadmap. But then, like, turn around, and if you read a book like Revelation, which is like very prophetic in nature about the way it all ends, you could read that book from so many different angles and land on so many scenarios. Like, I've heard people be like, when you read this scripture, this is a description of a B-52 bomber. And I was like, well, how do you know that? How do you know it's not a future plane 2,000 years from now? That's, you know, like, there's a lot of those kinds of things that pop up with people over projecting that they figured it out. And I think some level of uncertainty is what faith is. Like, faith is taking steps where you don't have a full knowing of every single piece of every single thing. Hopefully that's helpful. All that's spoken in love. Good points. It is helpful. I guess I've been having doubts or struggles of faith. I honestly think I just like going to church for the community aspects. I mean, I came to church for community. It was a big part of it. And Christians, though not perfect, nobody's perfect, except Jesus. If you conform to a very strong conservative understanding. It's me just being a little sarcastic. Like, nobody's perfect in these spaces, but Christians are kind of called to live different, although in youth, and that's a whole mix of conversation when you get into sexuality and things like that. So for me growing up, like, there was a difference in the love and support I received from Christians, both adult Christian mentors over my life in high school and college, and then also peers, where I did want to make that my community. But also, as I grew older, I realized that, well, there's still cracks. There's still pieces of brokenness, misunderstandings. Hey, Kai, I found your Switch if you want to try to play it or put it on the dock. I don't know how much charge it has. Here you go, buddy. I found it. If it's dead, just put it on the dock. I don't know. So, like, I would encourage you that it is okay to still have that community, even if you don't fully agree. Because I don't know if it's healthy for anyone to ever reach 100% full agreement with one singular Christian perspective, because there isn't one. So your understanding of evolution could be very different if you went to a different church of a different background. But my faith kind of goes back and forth, I guess. Yeah. And don't pin your faith just to the topic of evolution, for instance. Because I think sometimes you haven't taken statistics yet. I think you're still a youth, if I recall. Dusty, but no, wait, you're an adult. You have like a job and stuff, right? And you're thinking about going back to college. Sorry if I mislabeled you. It's hard to see across just the profile names, right? But like, the community is important, but you don't have to have every piece of your theology perfectly aligned to still be included in community. So I think that's kind of an important thing to just note, is to not self-exclude. Sometimes communities will kick people out for certain reasons, which I have lots of thoughts on that. Particularly like if you don't conform to an understanding of, say, LGBTQ, you can be removed from certain bodies depending on how strict they're. No more glue. Glue's making enough trouble today when you're older and wiser. But I wouldn't self-exclude. But you may also have to do some digging on different perspectives, because a lot of these things are set up as like mutually exclusive. Like, you can either believe in science or you can believe in God. Like, that's silly. Really? It doesn't mean that you can perfectly align between the two, and there's arguments in favor of creationism. If you look into like a guy named John Hamm. Not John Hamm. Shoot, what's his name? Is it John Hamm? There's something called like the Creation Museum. They also have like a Noah's Ark. And the guy's like a big apologetics guy. I don't agree with all of his theories. I think there's some gaps in it. I think there's gaps in evolution, though, too, when you look at the fossil record. You don't. Yeah, I'm gonna feed you, Ems. I know it's time. We gotta clean up the mess first. I know. Okay, I'll feed you breakfast and then hand it to me. Go watch your show. I'll make breakfast. It's gonna take Daddy some time. But yeah. So find some comfort in the back and forth. Totally normal for any journey of any background, right? If people are trying to pursue Hinduism, Buddhism, New Age worldism, atheism, anything in between, I think finding one singular belief set that covers everything 100%, no gaps. Good luck. That's why it's faith. Doesn't mean we can't be intellectual about it and shift in our perspectives. It just takes time. It's a journey. I set you down for one quick second. I need another mini bio break. It should take me less than 37 seconds. Yeah, hopefully this session is really helpful for you. We're almost cleaned up. Which means the pancake party shall begin soon. Thanks, that was helpful. Fantastic, Fred. Yeah, and I mean, again, I try to make this community inclusive to anyone from any faith background. So I try not to over-dominate it with like aspects, say, of Christianity. That's why I'm bringing in different perspectives. I'm not a certified pastor. I don't have a master's in divinity. But I've been in different circles of faith for, I don't know, 10, 12 years of my 30 years on earth. I got another 30 to 50 years to figure it out before I die. So we're all sojourning together. But happy to help. Yo, there's someone else in chat. What do they think? It's little Pookie. Why? Coming in hot, bud. Little Pookie, that's a cute name. Where'd you get that? Sounds kind of like a poodle. It's like a pet name for animals. Are you a rapper? Also, shut only has one T. You don't need 4 of them. Same with up. Up only has 1 P. Just a minor spelling error there, bud. You'll get there. Just keep practicing. All right, let's pick up our 60 pounds. Put this away. But for anyone new here, welcome to the frenzy of my world as I learn how to raise 3.5 kids in Japan. Well, now it's about 3 3/4. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. It's about 3.66 kids. 6 repeating, of course. I'm raising that many out here, so it's a lot of fun. I live in Japan. I work on medical innovation for Johnson & Johnson, particularly around robotic surgery. And I do a lot of in real life content, like if I do homework or fitness or DIY, I try to stream. So we just finished our workout. I'm gonna make breakfast for my kids. Right now they're huddled together watching a silent unicorn show on Netflix while my son is playing Pokemon. But I'm gonna make them pancakes and they'll be happy as a clam. And today's kind of my last day to hang out with them for a while. I got a business trip from Japan to the US, my first one. Second one, technically. First one that business is actually paid for. So I'm going to try to give them a nice quality day after I wrap all this up. Living in Japan, have you been to any Buddhist temples? Oh, tons of them. I went through some rough times. Buddhist philosophy is really interesting. We had a recent member of our community on Twitch find us who was interested in becoming a monk, like studying Buddhism, coming from a U.S. context. So very interesting belief system. We were actually having some really good interfaith dialogue as well, just because I was trying to learn about it. That's great. I'm going to make you pancakes in about 15 minutes. I'm finishing cleaning up my workout. Well, I'll make you bacon. I'll make you something yummy. I haven't personally met monks. I've seen monks practicing their faith at temples. all over Japan, but I don't have like any friends who are monks, for instance. Kari, no, don't get into those chips. I'm gonna make you breakfast, you just have to wait.
But I want to try more.
We're gonna have these with dinner, we're gonna make tacos. Do you wanna have a piece of bread to tide you over? Just plain bread?
How about when you read me the story?
I'm not gonna read you this whole story because it's gonna delay breakfast for everybody. I'll open it up though if you wanna look at it. Because I gotta roll some stuff up and get cooking. No, there's people out here that are definitely monks. Out here living their best life in Japan. You know, and then when you start to get into like extreme faith boundaries, right? Like very super conservative Westboro Baptist kind of Christianity. You're like, yeah, there's just some monks out here living their best life until they go to hell. That's a belief I don't believe in, right? But like when you look at some of the extreme corners of different faith backgrounds, it's like, well, that begs some really serious questions. Because I've also seen the same logic applied towards people of Muslim faith. But then if you start to say, well, like anyone can get in, then you start to get into pluralism, that every faith is a path towards one ultimate creator, and you know, and that discounts Jesus, but then Muslims would say that discounts Muhammad. So it's very interesting. I love these discussions. They're hard. So, not friends with any monks yet, but who knows? Maybe someday. The knees are getting me a little bit today. I thought they were fine, but I think some of those lunges, I twisted up a bit. They're catching me on the backside.
Hey, Bill, I'll go inside too. Let's hunt them back.
I don't know. Dad's pretty good at finding people. Hey, Kai, you can't keep keeping your games out. You're gonna lose them, okay? It's okay. They're your games, so take care of them or lose them, right? I gave my girl a towel for peanut butter, and she actually cleaned her hands on her own. That's a huge win. That's a 10 out of 10 parenting moment right there. Could you do a live visiting a Buddhist temple? That'd be so cool. It would be cool, but it's a similar question. And first of all, I don't know. So let me start in the I don't know. Like, first of all, that'd be the same thing as like, hey, could you do a live during your worship service at your church with your community? Well, and you'd be like, oh, well, maybe that's something I got to think about. I have to connect with everyone in the church and see if they're okay with people looking in on them having a personal experience with Jesus, right? See, the church consents to it. In some ways, it may tokenize the sanctuary for the viewing or tourism of others, right? It could be a good witness, helping people understand your faith context. But like I've had, for instance, I had some members of US R&D come out and visit, and I did take them to a couple sites, including a couple key temples. I was helping them understand, like, hey, I know this is gonna look different, and it's gonna look cool to you. It's gonna look very Japanese. I was like, people are waking up early in the morning to have a moment of peace and reflection, right? Kind of look inward spiritually. And this space provides them that. So we're not going to take pictures here because we don't want to intrude on something that's meaningful to them spiritually. So actually, when you look at a lot of my content, there's almost nothing of shrines, partially because I know some Japanese culture, but not enough to understand the nuance of where it is and is not appropriate. Sometimes on a live stream or something, I would walk near one, but I wouldn't go up to like the shrines and film and record because I just don't know if that's appropriate while there are other people going there to pray and seek favor and wisdom or fertility or all these different things people visit shrines for. So again, I have kind of like a sensitivity to it, and I try to flip the context back towards a Western Christian perspective. But then there are certain places, like if you go to France you're going to go visit Notre Dame, which is a beautiful multi-hundred-year-old cathedral, and you're going to take pictures. And there are people that still go to Notre Dame to worship. And their service has like ropes around it so that they can still have their church while people can still do the tourist side of it in parallel, right? Some of these smaller temples aren't set up that way when you get out into like more normal communities off the tourist paths. If you go to like Asakusa Shrine, which is kind of central Tokyo near Tokyo Tower, or no, Skytree, that becomes more possible. But yeah, the Dusty Dead, that's a good question. And it's just an area where like I want to honor and not tokenize any kind of Japanese beliefs, even though that's not your intent, because it would be great exposure for you. It's something where, without having the language ability to get permission from the temple or the monks or the attendees, I abstain from it. There are some people that do that kind of content just because I'm in the space of I don't know and I want to respect. Did your switch die, buddy?
Yeah.
Make sure you pop it right on the dock so you're good to go. All right, all that's charging and good. You can start to make breakfast. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. Kai, are you having a good morning? Right, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, and like, I don't think your requests are inappropriate. They just may come from a place of curiosity and not knowing. And I'm a bit more conservative in those spaces because there is so much like objectification of Japanese culture. So I'm just super mindful. It doesn't mean I'm right, I'm just mindful. Like I'm aware of those things because I've lived here long enough to know. And I think a big part of Japanese culture is it's very collectivist, so you think about other people more than yourself. And you try not to be a hindrance. Like a large portion of your existence, if you're Japanese, is avoiding being a hindrance to others, which is really kind of thoughtful. It might initially feel demeaning if you come from a Western American context, for instance, but really it's quite thoughtful to make sure you're not in the way of other people. That's why a lot of times like Americans are brash when they come into certain spaces. They are just like rude and brash. At least that's how they're received by Japanese people, because it's like a lack of thoughtfulness. So I've just learned to try to be thoughtful in everything. I gotta fix that. Kind of straightening up just enough. Eventually we'll organize all this. I might not do that on live though. Extra wipes. Gotta get those gains. I'm just kidding. I'm 31. What gains? Gotta get the griddle. Throw that away, throw that away. Keys. I gotta pack for my trip today. I gotta do laundry. It's gonna be busy. Let's see. Dusty Bud, you ask all the right questions, bud. That's why I love live streaming, is just to help people have a tad more thoughtfulness in these spaces. And also just for them to get the knowledge they need to be able to navigate these spaces. Like, if you come to Japan, I'd want you to feel fully comfortable knowing just some of the guardrails, cultural guardrails. And you'll never hit all of them perfect because life is messy. But I'd want you to feel like you could try in good faith, and you would be one of those tourists that's actually a blessing in these spaces, not someone who's in the way and causing harm. Because sometimes Japanese people just want to go throughout their day without all these problems. And, oh man, foreigners are rash sometimes. All right, let's get some bacon on a griddle. Then we'll go from there. Let me dry this up, check chat. Let me turn on some lights. It's still waking up. It's about 8:30 in the morning. We started our day at 4:30, so we should be awake just in time for bed. Japan sounds like a nice place, everyone being thoughtful for each other. It is. I mean, like, there's no perfect culture, right? People that are like, make America great again. I always had a hard time with that. I was like, great for who? Like, it's great for some people, I guess. America works well if you're upper middle class and a capitalist. Or, you know, like if you look at even like the housing struggle right now, like, good luck if you're a millennial or younger trying to buy a home compared to some of the people that like purchased their home for the price of peanuts before inflation and all that. Like, but then, you know, also from a cultural perspective, I was like, you look at all the murders and crime and violence, every country is different. Japan doesn't have a lot of that. But because they're so collective, you see a lot of like individuals struggling. For instance, with like high rates of alcoholism, depression. So there's different issues present in different cultural contexts. But yes, it's nice. Nice, not perfect. And you can't expect that out of any culture. But I've always found the debate on like, America's the greatest country in the world. Okay. That's always been one for me. I was like, you sure about that? Largest military in the world, one of the worst education systems in the world. Sure about that? Do we got the right prioritization? Maybe. Maybe not. Am I touching things? Am I getting too political? I'm sorry. It just always cracks me up. America's the greatest country in the world. Okay. Like, have you had a tart in Paris? Parisian tarts are amazing. That alone could make Paris the greatest city in the world. I'm just playing. We all know France isn't on the list. I studied French in high school. I visited Paris. It's a great city. I'm very lucky to have gotten to do that as a kid. I blew a lot of money on tarts because I didn't understand that euros were actually way more expensive than the US dollar. So I probably spent about 400, 500 euro just on French pastry in a week. Which is, I called my mom, I was like, can I use the emergency money budget? I'm running out of money for this trip. And she's like, oh yeah, of course, you know, honey, whatever you need, we just want to make sure you enjoy your trip and you get home safe. She had no idea I was blowing it on tarts. Like, I didn't have money to like go out to eat at normal restaurants because I spent all my money on tarts. It was a great experience. And then when we went to Germany for the second half of the trip, I discovered Haagen-Dazs. So every night before bed, I'd go there and get like a triple or quattro scoop because I thought it was the greatest German ice cream on earth. Haagen-Dazs is like an American company with a German, European sounding name. Like, it wasn't special. Like, I went to a grocery store and found it as soon as I got back to America. I was like, no! Yeah? I was devastated. I thought Japan was capitalist. Well, it is in some regard. It is also socialist in many regards. And a lot of times we use these generalities, whatever. Generalizations. Is that the right word? Kai, get your hands out of your butt. Go wash your hands, please. Kai, go wash your hands, please. I don't want you to touch the couch and put germs there that make people sick. No, you just touched your butt, so go wash your hands, please. And then close the door if you need to go to the bathroom or something. But like, they're capitalist from an economics perspective, but from a social perspective, they're socialist. Like when it comes to, well, even America is partially socialist when you think about social security. But we're not socialist with healthcare because we're silly. Healthcare becomes a privilege in America. That's a whole nother topic. We're touching everything today. People drop in and they're like, I'm not about this conversation. Good morning, love. I'm gonna drop off and make breakfast for the kids. Thanks for hanging out, friend. See you, friend. I'm gonna drop off. Go be a dad. Go to hubby. Take a shower at one point.